It's a pretty explicit tattoo. I don't think we can.
Okay.
We can't show it. I'll send we'll send a picture. It's one of those tattoos where it's like, I don't know why I had this idea and like, oh, definitely, it was definitely like a first passion project. Because I put so much time and effort. I was probably like two years into it. You know, I had a website, had everything. I used to go to pop-ups. I did SneakerCon, did all that stuff. A lot of time and energy and effort. And I guess like taking a step. It's not that I completely quit it. I'm taking a step back away from it so I could focus on something more else. Because the way I see it is just like when I get more like traction with like DJing and stuff, I could revisit it. You know, when I establish myself with this, then I could like my maybe a plan in the future is like, oh, for like I could wear some of my J-Star clothes when I perform sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With music, I feel like you have to be very open-minded because there's a lot of things you're gonna hear and you're just questioning like, what the hell am I listening to? You know what I mean? But as long as you keep an open mind and and it's all about exploration and discovery. Like once you have an open mind and you want to search out for new things, that's where you find something where it's just like, wow, this is amazing.
As cringe as it sounds, corny sound, raving might have just saved my life. You know what I mean? You know, raving is actually such a beautiful thing because at the end of the day, what do you go to rave for? Just to dance. And I feel like dancing is so healing for the soul. Because the thing about it, you're just letting your body move to the frequency. You're not even thinking. You're just moving. You're just dancing. You're having fun. You know what I mean? And those like that enjoyment is like an experience I'd love to share for everyone. To experience at least once in your life. Go to a rave. Take that leap of faith. Your friend tells you to go, just go with them. Go with them.
All right, welcome back to the Back and Body Hurts podcast, where we talk about all things EDM. Thanks for tuning in. For today's episode, we're happy to invite Rats and MVCHE.
MVCHE. There you go.
Rats and MVCHE to the panel. Many of you guys already know Rats by the founder of Toronto Gabbers. As it reads, Toronto Gabbers is really at the forefront of Toronto's Gabber movement. They've got just over 1,000 followers on Instagram and growing. MVCHE is a hard bounce DJ and producer with hard bounce on the rise in Toronto. He's also the founder of ZeroG Toronto, a new hard bounce collective. So welcome to the podcast, guys.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yo. Excited to be here, man.
Yeah.
Excited.
Awesome. Happy to have you. So, you wanna give a how do you guys know each other, first of all?
That's a crazy one. So, basically the whole thing started with like just going to raves, you know, just enjoying the music and stuff like that. Jed was new to the raving scene, so we met actually, I think it was 2023 at Gorgon City at Rebel. So, we had like a little bit of a friend base that would go to raves, and then we started getting other friends that were close with Jed. So we started collecting more, going to raves, and then Jed ended up coming to like his first like rave with us, and that was Gorgon City at Rebel.
So you were a raver before.
Yeah.
I got into raving really late. My first ever rave was Gorgon City, the Halloween at Rebel. That was the first time. I actually dressed up too. I'm a big anime fan. I dressed up as David from Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk. That was the first time.
Do you have the jacket too?
Oh, I had the jacket.
His jacket's tough. His jacket's so sick.
Yeah, that was my first. I think it was Gorgon City. First rave, and then I remember I was actually about to not go to it because the next day I had to be up early to do like a pop up. Because before I was like into the EDM scene, I was actually selling clothes under it's a brand called J-Star a while back, right? So that actually kind of ties along with how I came up with the name Rats. We'll talk about that later. But so I was actually about to not go to that rave, and like my friends convinced me, like, yo, just pull up. You know what? I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna pull up. Change, life changing. Like if you're thinking about going to rave, guys, just go. Like if your friend tells you to go, just go to the rave, and you're gonna have so much fun. Like thing about raving is like, regardless of anything, the people are great. You may not enjoy the music sometimes, but the people are always great, and like you're always gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
or at least from my experience.
It's kind of rare that for you guys to start raving at a venue that is in Toronto and that is not Veld.
Yeah,
or any of the EIs and things like that. So it's kind of wild.
Yeah, I got really lucky with it. It was a great event. We had so much people pull up, so much familiar faces, and like I love I think the first thing about the first rave was the people in the community. Like, I used to go to like other events like hip hop rap concerts, stuff like that. Like it's great. It's but it's definitely a different crowd, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And like the energy and like the plur, like that's the first time I experienced that peace, love, unity, and respect. I was like, yo, this is amazing. Everyone's just so friendly, easy to talk to, and it's just like it kind of really feels like at a rave, like you feel like obviously like in the scene, like there's bad stuff in every scene, but for the most part, the race scene, you really feel like you are kind of safe for the most part. You know what I mean?
It's like, when is everybody there for the music? You know what I mean?
That's like the main thing.
And that's what connects everybody.
And dancing. I love dancing. Like, if you guys don't know about me, I'm Filipino, so I was trying to be a Jabberwocky before all this.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So, but love dancing and like I love how in raves like everyone just loves to dance and like that's
Mhm.
why we're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But that was the first time we met for sure.
yeah, rave.
That's so. When did DJing come along for both of you then?
Great question. So for me it started like during COVID, like even before, like when I was younger, I would always like make beats on my phone and start producing and stuff like that. And then that kind of tied into like, you know what, let me like practice DJing a little bit. So during COVID, I bought like my first DDJ 400. I was like practicing a little bit and I was really into house music back then, like bass house, regular house and all that kind of stuff. So I started practicing DJing a little bit, got into that, DJ for a couple friends from birthday parties and stuff. And then I think after a little bit, like after we met at our first rave, then we started going to more events and realizing like what we could do for the scene and like realizing that, you know, we could even try to implement our own sound and our own kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it started, for me, it started with house, like back in COVID. And then I started working my way up towards like different sounds. And then Jed definitely found his sound with like gabber, hardstyle, and finding like that whole community and hardcore element that they have out in Europe and trying to bring it more to
North
the
America.
scene here.
North America.
Yeah.
Did you, when you started DJing,
Mhm.
when you found the deck and you post yourself a picture of you kind of playing the deck,
Mhm.
and then that's when you got your DMs to play at birthday parties? Or
Yeah, it was more just like, it was definitely just branding wise. Well, not really branding wise, but like just connecting with people saying like, yo, I can DJ, you know what I mean? If you want me to DJ your events, blah, blah, blah. So back then it was more word of mouth. I was still a little bit shy and I wasn't like always trying to post myself on Instagram and stuff like that. It was a matter of just word of mouth and just trying to talk to people and letting them know like, hey, if you guys want someone to play these kind of music that you guys like, I'm your guy.
It's always kind of funny that in like a huge group of friends, and all of a sudden one person in that group of friends posts a story of like, oh, I'm DJing right now, and then you say,
Mhm.
oh, then you get the DMs of like, you DJ?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, DJ my
Yeah,
DJ my
yeah.
birthday
Yeah.
party or whatever. Yeah.
And that's usually the start of it, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of them like wanting to reach out to you because like because they're your friend, and then sometimes even if you play good music, that's a bonus too. But
Mhm.
majority of the time it's just because that's your close friend, and usually I would do it for free for sure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because it's a matter of just me practicing, or it's matter of me of just wanting to share the music with everybody, and especially in that moment. So yeah, that's definitely one of the started reasons for DJing, and then the come up to where we got to from here, like from that point, was basically just seeing how crazy it is when it comes to the certain communities that we do and the certain communities that like build for each genre. So we kind of started working our way up by doing a little bit of research, you know, going on YouTube, looking up some stuff. So when I found with techno and with hard bounce, it was because of obviously Adrian Mills and all those guys doing with 240 kilometers. And then that was like, wow, it was eye opening for me because the thing with hard bounce, as much as it is like part of the techno genre and the trance genre, it's still something that's like very niche about it, and it has a little bit of flavor to it. You know what I mean? It's something where it's just like, it's not this similar thing as techno, but it still has that rave energy and that high energy feeling to it. So for sure.
But bounce is playing faster.
It
than
is.
techno.
It is. But
Yeah.
the thing is, like, even though it's much faster BPM, it's not as hard as it is when it comes to the techno.
You,
and stuff
you
like
don't
that.
feel it. You don't
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the kicks
Yeah.
aren't as aggressive.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's a very playful sound where it's like it's easy to get into, easy
Yeah.
to groove into,
Yeah.
easy to dance to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I guess for me for DJing, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. For
I
you,
guess
man.
the way I started was I first got into raving. You know how when everyone first gets into raving, you don't know your favorite genre yet. Kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you don't know,
yeah.
Right. So my first event was Gorgon City, right? And after that, my friends would bring me to like dubstep events, like Vision or like Slander, Subtronics, right? And then it was like
Those
That's
are
a
dubstep.
Toronto specialty.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. The cup of tea, right? So after that, I think one of my earlier raves was actually ISOXO.
Mm.
It was at, I
Crazy.
believe, Mod Club, and that is the rave where like really like showed me, I'm like, yo, like I love this like scene, you know what I mean? ISOXO, because his sound, like I love his sound, so that's really what brought me into like really fall in love with the rave scene. But it still wasn't. It's still like one of my favorite genres of music. But then when I found hard techno, that's when I was like, yo, this is it. Like I want to be part of this. Like what? And so like, how can I be a part of it? Oh, I could DJ, right? So my first ever hard techno event was Comfort Zone. Or
Classic.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
First time I go to Comfort Zone, I was like low-key hella scared. I was intimidated.
Which
I was like,
which artist was it?
it was Sopic, and it's crazy.
Ah.
I wasn't even gonna go, but when I was with one of my friends, and like we were just chilling at the crib late night, and then her cousin's like, yo, you want to go to this rave at like Comfort Zone? I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And it's like midnight. I'm like, yo, it's already midnight. Isn't it close soon? He's like,
Nah,
like
it goes on to 7
it
a.m.
closed, yeah, I was like, yo, it
Just
closes at
opened,
like,
it just
it's
opened.
open till like 7, 10 a.m. I'm like,
Oh my
what? I'm like, when's the
gosh.
headliner? Yo, Sopic, he's on at like 3 a.m. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So then we pull up. The cousin, their cousin bought us tickets for free. So I'm like, okay, it's free tickets. I'm gonna just go.
Yeah.
So I pull up, and I don't have earbuds. I walk in, my ears are just like
ringing.
it's just ringing. But I'm like, yo, it's ringing. But I'm like, yo, this sounds so good. Like I like this. It's so aggressive, hard techno. I'm like, yo, I really resonate with the sound, right? So then that's when I first like found hard techno, and I just fell in love with it. And then, like I said, I was like, how can I be a part of this? Like. DJing.
It's so crazy how different people have different ways of discovering the music.
Yes,
I think in Makai's version, he kind of finds it through like YouTube online stuff.
Yeah.
But then with Rats, it's specifically, I'm just gonna go to the events.
Yeah.
Let's
Take that
just
leap
go.
of faith, guys.
It is that leap
you know
of
what I-
faith for
Like
sure.
literally,
Yeah.
when I first got into raving, I don't know any music. I didn't do no research. I would go to raves not knowing the music.
Yeah.
I didn't even know like the artist. I would just go there, just enjoy the music, and
Mhm.
not even like too deep into it, right? But after the hard techno one, I'm like, okay, let me do some research. I really like this. Let me look up some sets. Let me look up some artists, right? And then I was like, okay, I want to DJ this, right? So I actually buy my first FLX4, but I never even touched it. I just got it, and I was too intimidated to even open the box. And I'm like, yo, this is like a lot, right? So then kind of waited a while, and then I don't know what happened. But you know those times where you're kind of like slumped and you need something. So I'm like, okay, I need something. I need a new change of like pace, a new scenery. So I'm like, okay, let me open this deck, right? Start practicing. It's hella intimidating. I'm like, yo, this is so much,
there's
right?
too many.
So too much. So I started doing more practice, watching sets. I used to just go to raves, like and just like just walk to the front and just watch how they spin.
Yeah,
and, like
yeah.
learn
Yeah.
like their tendencies, how they mix, and everything like that. And really just be like a student of the game. Like it's such a meme in our friend group. Then we go to raves, and everyone's like, "Yo, Rats is gonna pull out his phone for notes." Like I literally, if I pull my phone, there's just notes of like, "Oh, look at this transition." Like I literally just have notes of like, "Oh, you could do this," like ideas and stuff like that, right? So then, if you guys don't notice, my birthday is actually on Christmas, December 25.
Mhm.
So for my birthday, I was like, you know what? Let me throw a house party and let me DJ it, right?
So
So
sick.
I made like my own poster and everything. I'll show you guys the poster
Yeah.
and everything.
I think I saw it. It's on your Instagram.
Yeah,
right?
it's like way back. This is like my first.
Is
ever-
this your basement?
Your basement.
Yeah.
Like I literally threw a rave in my basement. I learned how to do lights. Learned how to do. I use QLC Light Plus to like program lights. I learned all that because I was like, okay, what makes a rave? And I literally went for the beginning. Okay, you need lights, you need music equipment, you need like a DJ and everything, right? You need a poster, you need marketing. That's when I learned like all the aspects of what makes a rave when I was
Mhm.
also
Yeah.
in my basement, right? So obviously, throw it in the basement. I just moved. You could. I'll probably send you guys a clip of like what of
The behind the
rave.
scene.
Yeah, behind the scenes and like some clips from the rave. So I just invited all my friends, all my family, right? And I was just spinning like my first ever hard techno set. And like looking back, it's like the music I spun back then is completely different now.
So
Like that was
different.
just like hard
Yeah.
techno. Now it's like gabber, hardcore, industrial, right?
Mhm.
So, but from there, that's where like sparked everything. Like
Yeah.
just doing that, I'm like, you know what? Let me just throw my first rave because obviously no one's gonna book or like ask a DJ that like has no like.
Yeah.
thing. So I'm like, you know what? Let me. If there's no doors, I'm just gonna create the door. I'm gonna
Yeah.
create my own.
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
You have to
Right?
build your own portfolio.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just did the basement rave, and from there, like it just gave me so much more momentum to like get more into the scene, trying to understand like, okay, what's next? I was always looking for like, what's next? How do I top this? Right?
Mhm.
Just
Do you think
confidence
it's
boost.
easier when you have like a portfolio of something that you can just show? It's like, oh, just go to this link and listen to my set or something like that.
Oh, for sure. It
Absolutely.
definitely helps with like I guess promoting yourself and like
Mhm.
marketing yourself because you should be, hey, just look at this, right? But I feel like at the end of the day, what will always triumph is like the real experience. Like
Yeah.
someone go watches your sets, like, yo, I experienced it. Because like you could just watch someone like through your phone, but you don't really get the same feeling of like the real energy of like seeing someone perform,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So I feel like it goes hand in hand. But obviously, if like I don't know, house party or something, yeah, you can check out my content here. Like I'll send you a video. Like, what I do,
Mhm.
right? So definitely helps having
Mhm.
for your portfolio.
Yeah. And even for that event, it was actually insane when we did it.
Were you there? You were there?
Yeah, because I
You was doing lights.
Yeah.
You was doing the lights.
I was doing
yo.
the lights and then
Doing
because it was still a party for like Jed's birthday, right? So
Yeah.
like before we got everybody down for his set, like I was opening for him, and that was when I was just playing like a little bit of like faster paced house music or a little bit of techno and stuff like that. I started discovering a little bit of techno when he was playing it. So that was a really good event for sure. And that one it was like, so he was, socializing and stuff like that. And then I was opening for him. So I would just DJ a little bit for his friends and stuff like that.
yeah.
And then after like we ended up recording it, and he like, he was just like, "Bun it, like because we did that set and because the energy in that room was so amazing, he ended up posting it. And I'm pretty sure that video got like 10K views. Bro.
Yeah, we posted the video, right? I'll send you a clip of the video, and then actually like it didn't go viral, but it like I remember I reset my entire Instagram account. I was like, okay, because usually I just had like Instagram account, like when you're high school, you post pictures, clicks yourself, fit pics, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I archived all of that. I'm like, okay, this is my whole new like persona. And first, before Rats, it was actually called Rave for the Sound, my IG handle, right?
Yeah.
At first, I was like, Rats, I don't know if I like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm first getting it, it's like, no one's really gonna understand it. So I'm like, Rave for the Sound, because it kind of was that was like the first level. You know, in Pokemon Evolution, that was like the level 1, Rave for the Sound, right? Rave for the Sound, that was my @. And then I posted the video of me DJing in the basement, the little clip of it. I'll see you guys later. But and I guess all my followers kind of said, oh shoot, this guy's like transitioned, like this guy's a DJ now. What the hell? Like this is all of a sudden, right? But yeah. So
when you came in already knowing that Rats is going to be your name?
So it was a lot of experimenting, right? So let's go back. I'll circle back to how Rats, like the name, came to be, right? So like I said, before my first ever rave, and I was gonna flop on it, like the Gorgon City, I had to do a pop-up shop like early in the morning downtown for J-Star, right? So J-Star was one of my first passion projects. Like I used to love like making clothes. I learned how to embroider. Maybe I'll send you a pic of like some of the clothes I made and put it.
Did you make that jersey?
Yeah, well, we designed the jersey, but we have a supplier. Right?
Oh, okay.
But I used to actually design my own clothes, embroider. And it was under the name J-Star because, as you guys heard, my name's Jed, right? And the reason why Star, right, is because like I'm a big anime fan. So Star comes from this anime series called JoJo.
Oh,
and like, and then so in JoJo, their names are Joestar, like Jonathan Joestar, Jotaro Joestar, right? Like Jojo, right? So my name is Jed Orsina, like that's my name. So J-O, I already have the Joe in it, right? Yeah. And then like because I'm so involved in like, or I love anime and like Joestar, one of my favorite animes. I was like, yo, I want to be a Joestar, so like J-Star, right? And I actually have the thing tatted. I have the J. I mean,
do you have the star?
The star tatted, like on the back of my neck, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm a Joestar, right? So then when I was kind of like, the thing about J-Star, like I still love it. I still have so much clothes for it and so much love for it, but it's just that the reason why I kind of transitioned out of that into like DJing is because I realized that even though it's a passion project, you need to fall in love with every part of the process in order because like I'm sure you guys have a lot to do with the editing, the recording, the setting everything up, right? And all that parts of the process. Yeah, it's tedious, but you still love it. You know what I mean? The thing about making clothes, it was very tedious, but I didn't really fall in love with that tedious work. Like I didn't really like embroidering it. I knew how to do it. I knew the time it took. I knew how to set it up, everything. I knew the entire process, but I didn't like the process, some parts of the process. With DJing, I love every single part of the process. Yeah. Even though it's tedious, I love looking for new music. I love like trying new mixes. I love like producing. I love marketing. I love like making content. You know, I love every part of the process, even though it's tedious. So then when I was transitioning out of J-Star into like Rave for the Sound Rats is actually just the word star backwards. Yeah. So that's how I kept. So if you spell star backwards, it's R4TS, which is Rats. So that's where star. But then I didn't want like A, right? So I was like, hey, let me be like kind of witty with it. Let me put a 4 because 4 is like A, right? So then I made Rats, so R4TS, right? But just with no meaning. It just was R4TS, right? And then I was like, can I give meaning to this? What could it mean? So I was like, R, rave, okay, 4, wait, the sound, wait, that's kind of cool, rave for the sound, right? So then, but the thing is, because I just first started, I didn't want to make it R4TS because no one would understand what that is. So when I first started DJing, my first Instagram was rave for the sound, right? That was like my first thing. And then obviously as time went on, I was like, I think it just looks better as Rats. So then I changed it to like Rats. Yeah. But that's kind of the origins of how the name Rats came to be, right? So, but yeah.
Was it hard to sort of let go of the J-Star project?
Oh, definitely. It was definitely like a first passion project. Because I put so much time and effort. I was probably like two years into it. You know, had a website, had everything. I used to go to pop-ups. I did SneakerCon, did all that stuff. A lot of time and energy and effort. And I guess like taking a step. It's not that I completely quit it. I'm taking a step back away from it so I could focus on something more else. Because the way I see it is just like when I get more like traction with like DJing and stuff, I could revisit it. You know, when I establish myself with this, then I could like my maybe a plan in the future is like, for like I could wear some of my J-Star clothes when I perform sets. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I guess that's just how it is. But it definitely is hard stepping away from a passion and then looking for a new one. So I think it's all about like replacing it. You know what I mean? Like don't chase, replace. Like don't like try if it's like not really working in the sense of like you're not really falling in love with it, then like try finding something else you really, really do enjoy. And then, like that comes with like soul searching and really asking yourself that question. It's like, do I really love this? Do I really love the process?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you think wearing the right proper outfit plays a big role in DJing for shows?
It depends on your branding and your marketing. I feel
Yes.
like look at all the DJs that wear masks, right? They have to pull up to every show with mask, but that's fire. I love it. It's all coming to marketing branding. So because I feel like some DJs like they got drip, they got swag. Like I feel like Adrian Mills is a good example. He just wears whatever.
Yeah.
Adrian Mills, like I look at his outfit. That's like Adrian Mills drip.
Yeah,
you
know
got
what
the
I mean?
hat, you got the oversized clothes, So for me, at least, I guess
The wife beater.
yeah, like Adrian Mills white beater. For me, I just wear the jersey. I love wearing the jersey.
Yeah.
Got the Rats
White beater
logo.
in the hat.
But
man.
it's definitely important, but not as important as like I think it is. It just depends on the DJ's marketing and branding, right? For like I said, mass DJs gotta wear masks. For like other DJs that kind of perform personality, they just wear whatever.
Now, what do you think about like Horse Girl? Who, like,
Oh
put on
wow!
full
I
prosthetic?
think it's fucking fire.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like
Her branding is great.
it's amazing.
It's
Like,
amazing.
I love it.
And
yeah.
her sound with her
oh,
branding
it's great.
is
Yeah.
really
like,
good.
if you think about it from like you're pulling up to rave, and then imagine it's your first ever rave. You pull up to your first ever rave, and you see that, you're like, you're mind boggled. You're like, I don't even know what to think of this. Like,
Yeah.
I love the I love the music, and I love like this character persona. It really feels like a performance,
Yeah.
more rather than just like someone just playing music.
Yeah.
So I feel like it adds some more to the performance when people are like more of a character on stage.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because it gives more like a unique vibe and a unique sense of self to them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Especially with that topic on Horse Girl, it's just like when it comes to her music and her brand, it's more like that fast paced energy, and like a lot of her music sounds like a horse galloping.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it fits her very well for sure. I think what she's doing is amazing. And actually, she's very sweet under that mask. I don't know why I was soul searching a little bit into it, and I actually found a picture of her. I was like, wow, she's actually pretty. Yeah.
Mm.
I think the cool thing too is like when you do have those combinations of your own type of music and then your style or your persona or however you look, like how you present it, like you're the only person that you can get that from.
Yes,
That's, like,
exactly.
it makes you different. It makes you, right?
Yeah.
And, like I like how like as like you evolve and like you're trying new things and experimenting, everything starts coming together with your music, with your branding,
Exactly.
and like what you're trying to like curate, and in terms of like the atmosphere of like your performance. It's like like it's just imagine from like someone playing with the rave. It's like I can't wait to see a MVCHE set or like a Rat set. Like I can't wait to hear that sound. I can't wait to see him like I feel like certain DJs have certain like go-to emotes. You know what I mean? It's like like he does this, he does that, or like certain songs that like their signature songs.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Real quick, if you're planning on attending any events overseas, you need to sort out your mobile data before you go. No one wants to be that person hunting for dodgy Wi-Fi just to load their ticket or find their friends at 2 a.m. Use Airalo. It's an app that lets you instantly download eSIMs for basically any country. It's super easy. Pick your destination, buy a plan, and boom, you've got data as soon as you land. It's way cheaper than roaming, and you'll be set for maps, messaging, all the fest photos, no stress. Best part? You can get 15% off with our code BNBHERTZ15. Just head to airalo.com or grab the app and enter the code at checkout.
I have a like more of like a experience question, since you all talk about a lot of brands and personality. Was it very difficult for you to find your own sound?
I would say it's not a matter of it being difficult. It's just a matter of exploring a lot of different things and knowing what gravitates you the most. You know what I mean? Because I was going through, especially since I've been raving since like 2018. So I've been experiencing like so much different EDM music and just really trying to figure out like what I like to play and what sounds the best to me. So I think it's a matter of knowing like, if you play a certain genre and you can't stop listening to that genre, like you go to another song and it's part of the same genre, but it's just like you love it no matter what song it is, part of that genre, I think that's what makes it the best, because that's what you like and that's what you enjoy to play.
Would you say that it's like the trigger point of you clicking that this is my sound?
Yes, I would say so for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like a eureka moment. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, yo, I think this is it. This is what, like, that's when I found gabber, I'm just like, wait a minute. I resonate with this so hard. It's kind of like discovering your favorite genre. It's like kind of like that, an epiphany. It's like my body, my mind, my soul is just resonating completely with this frequency. And I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm like, I'm moving and I'm not even like, I'm just going with the flow, right? And I feel like when you explore like new genres and everything, it's kind of like, you're kind of testing out. It's like, is this for me? Is this like, at the end of the day, I always tell people like, there's only two genres of music. It's either good music or bad music, right? And it's like, you're going to find music you like in every genre. Every genre is going to have music you like and dislike. Even like my favorite, like there's some gabber songs I don't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's also like some dubstep songs I love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's just pick your poison, right?
Yeah.
For me, like I kind of resonated with like the hardcore, industrial, gabber, you know, started with techno, hard techno, and then kind of just evolved. And I think that's like another thing I love about like just life in general. You can always just evolve and like look for new genres, and especially with music. Like there's always new music. There's always
bro.
room for improvement, always room to grow. And I feel like if you want to keep like looking for your sound or just kind of evolving it, you just gotta keep push your like boundaries, keep an open mind to like being able to like find new sounds, I guess.
Yeah, with music, I feel like you have to be very open minded because there's a lot of things you're gonna hear and you're just questioning like, what the hell am I listening to? You know what I mean? But as long as you keep an open mind and and it's all about exploration and discovery. Like once you have an open mind and you want to search out for new things, that's where you find something where it's just like, wow, this is amazing.
You've been producing a lot now. Putting your music out there, is that you're doing it more and more frequently. How have you, I guess, overcame that fear of putting out that music?
Oh man, like honestly, like so back to the topic before when I said I was producing like on my phone, like before high school and stuff like that, and posting stuff. So it really started like just making instrumentals and stuff like that, and just trying to like say like, you know, fuck it, let me post it, because like there's no point in gatekeeping. You know what I mean? Like if you create something, like creating music especially, it's meant to be shared.
Yeah.
Even if it's trash, like just post another thing. You know what I mean? So back to that topic, I was just posting a lot of instrumentals, you know, just being like, whatever, let me see if like this will go good on SoundCloud. One of my instrumentals like back then got like 400 plays and I was excited. I was like, wow, this is cool. You know what I mean? So when it came to like posting stuff, it was just a matter of, it was a lot of trial and error. You know what I mean? There's a lot of songs or like a lot of instrumentals where I'm just like, I'm either scared to post or even to send out and stuff like that. But honestly, getting into the moment of just saying, forget it, fuck it, post it, you know what I mean? Seeing what happens with it. That's what matters the most, for sure. Like you got to just take, like Jed said, leap of faith. You always got to take that leap of faith with certain things and just post it, because you never know who can listen to it and who can actually gravitate towards it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To add on to Makai's point is like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like to you, it's like, oh, it's just not my best work. But like someone else might hear it's like, yo, drop this right now. I need this in my phone. I need this in my place. I want to drop, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it just comes to like, I feel like everyone's like this. Everyone's trying to be like a perfectionist, which is fine. It's completely normal to like want to put the best out there, right? But at the end of the day, you have to realize that what you make right now, in a year from now, you're gonna look back, it's like, yo, I'm way better. It's like, what the hell? You know, so you just gotta post, and just like, it's all about getting reps. So just keep like overcoming those mental blocks of like, I'm not good enough. It's like, no, you are. Just do your best and then post it, and then you're gonna look back. It's like, oh, how can I improve? How can I improve? Right?
Do you know that you know the song Blue? I'm blue.
Yeah.
So that song, when they first released it, only sold like 200 copies. Only
wow.
Like 200 listens. And then 4 years later down the road, it blew up, or like whatever the time is. Because you never know. It's not.
You never know.
It's always it always is a matter of timing too. You never know what could just blow up randomly. It could always be just that one person would be like, wow, this is amazing, and then they share it, and then it gets shared like crazy. You know what I mean?
Just putting it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you guys ever try to remake your old songs?
All the time.
Absolutely.
All the time. There are so many songs where like when I first started producing, I had the idea, but I didn't really have the mechanics and the skill level to like bring that idea to the level I wanted it to, right? So maybe it's like a remix or something. I would make it and it sounds not the best, but like in that moment, that's the best I can do. Maybe like a few months later, I learned more techniques. I learned more ways to produce, more like, you know, more methods, right? And then I look back, I'm like, wait, I know this and I could do this with this song now, right? So you revisit it and you kind of just rearrange everything. It's like, yo, now this song sounds better. It's kind of evolved, like, you know, like you kind of like giving a Pokemon like a stone.
Exactly.
Now it's evolved, right? Or like you, like for at least me and Makai, we be linking up and we just like producing. And
when did you start producing?
Oh, I started producing late. I only started producing a couple months ago. Maybe like I got a lot of help from Makai. Makai was definitely like one of my first teachers of like producing. Honestly, Makai helped me with a lot. He kind of like taught me with DJing, taught me with producing. I owe a lot of like what I know now is because of Makai, you know.
But it's never too late to start.
It's never too late to start. It's like
absolutely.
if you're thinking about starting, just do it. Like there's never ever gonna be a perfect time. I know that as corny as it sounds. Like at the end of the day, guys, you do not live in the past. You don't live in the future. You live right now. So what are you waiting for? It's literally just do it right now. Like. And then you learn as you go. You can never plan anything.
I mean, just look at like the world of DJs right now, like the top dogs. They just keep cycling so many times. Yeah,
absolutely. A lot of music gets recycled and reused. You know what I mean? What matters the most is how you implement your sound into it and your character into that music.
Add your swag
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Because there's a lot of instrumentals and like old beats that I would have made like way back when and then just remix it now. Like our new song Bounce that we recently collabed on, that was like an instrumental that I worked on back in like 2021, you know what I mean? And it was just a matter of taking it and then remixing it to match the sound that we want to make. You know what I mean?
Up, just juice it up. It's like, yo, look at this idea. How are we gonna juice this up?
Exactly. Exactly. That's what matters, honestly. Just revamping stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you also think that vocals is just another part of instrument?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, 100%. Honestly,
Absolutely.
I think vocals.
I think in the EDM, in the EDM world, vocals is just instrumental.
Oh,
it's not like
1,000,000%. I agree.
it depends on the genre though.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at like a 7 Lines show or like a Millennium show, like those lyrics actually mean something.
Yeah,
but like
absolutely.
In techno, you know,
it's a lot of
It's a different genre, different vibe. I feel like vocals are the most powerful thing you can add to music.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you can't sing along to a synth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with the vocals, you could be there with everyone.
Some sense you can. I
mean,
will
yeah.
admit. I will
Most
admit.
And then they say EDM doesn't have lyrics, man.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But vocals, it comes down to like how you produce it, right? You could chop it in a way where it really just sounds like a sound, or you could chop it in a way where it's like repeatable and you can, like, you know, we got like some music coming up where we use some pretty catchy vocals, and I feel like that definitely helps the crowd with more engagement.
Yeah, because like for me, whenever a song is played so many times, I kind of memorize. That song.
Exactly. Yeah,
but like I just sing it because I don't really process those lyrics that what they say.
Same.
So it's just like
you're singing the melody, right? Like I'm in the shower.
There's honestly, no, I agree. There's a lot of songs where it's just like I don't really take in the lyrics as much. I'll probably know what they're saying, but it's kind of more in the background. I'm so focused, like fixated on the actual production or like even just the sounds they add to the vocals. Sometimes the vocals, I don't even take them in. You know what I mean? So I really resonate with that for sure.
I will say, vocals that aren't your language are definitely ones that sound like like if it's like I don't speak Spanish, but I hear like a Spanish vocal, they're so fire, especially for like hard.
And then you translate. You're like, oh, this guy is talking about sex.
I know.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Sometimes I don't even want to translate.
It's crazy. It's crazy because even that Paletta song, I was like, you know what? I'm wondering what they're saying, and he's asking for a lollipop. I'm like, that's what they're saying this whole time. But for the rave, now I get it because like, you know, everybody has a lollipop at a rave. You know what I mean? So
I will say, if you could add vocals to your music somehow, just add it. You know, vocals are a very powerful like tool.
Perfect for breakdowns too. You know what I mean? Just to give the crowd something to at least sing along to before the big drop. So
or even storytelling vocals. Like you could take like samples from cinematics and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like because for me, like whenever I listen to rap, like I cannot process the lyrics. Right? To me, it's just another tone of the song. So I kind of feel the vibe of the song. And that's how I feel it. But like every time I watch like reels and people are reacting to individual lyrics of this or whatnot, I cannot process it. Until somebody actually makes
a breakdown or something. It's like, okay, let's revisit this, right? Because some things go over your head. Because think about it, when you listen to music, there's kind of like stuff going on. Sometimes you have the music in the background, maybe you're driving or you're in the gym, right? So like you're just hearing it. You're not listening to it for the most part, right? So it's just like the vocals are just another layer added on top to like juice up the entire song.
Yeah, for sure.
And Rat, to me, you're someone that really understands, like, you know, the importance of putting out content.
Absolutely.
What's your approach to that?
I'm gonna say this. Content is king at the end of the day. Whether you don't want to make content or not, I just say put yourself out there and like learn how to like talk to a camera, like learn how to make content. Because at the end of the day, like look how often we are on our phones and like doom scrolling or whatever like that. Just be on our phones. Like the phone is so powerful in social media in terms of connecting more people together. So I feel like it's kind of come in this generation. It's kind of a skill to like learn how to create content, learn how to talk on the camera, kind of get your message across, right? So it all started with, I guess, like trying to promote myself, like trying to promote like our collectives, you know, Toronto Gabbers. Like okay, how can I like think about it? Our first meetup, how are we gonna like bring people together? I don't know any Gabbers, so like where can I funnel all this like this message? Okay, TikTok, Instagram. Make a message, you know, make a script, go to like downtown, record, and then from there kind of just like obviously just like post it, right? But content is definitely king because without content, like, you know, all marketing is content at the end of the day, right? So I feel like content is like a big chunk of how to like really promote and market yourself, right? So I feel
for sure.
Do you ever take inspirations from other things?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I look at like what's like trending content, and then I kind of just take it and then kind of add my own like steez to it, you know. Like I feel like a one content that's easy is like POV. You know, I made a recent video. It's like POV, you finish work at 4 a.m., but you have a set at 5 a.m. You know what I mean? You could do stuff like that.
That shit actually went crazy overnight.
I feel, yeah, I feel like the best type of content to make is just like content's easy digestible in terms, and what I mean by that is just it's very relatable. You know what I mean? It's not too like cinematic or whatever. It's like you could kind of just like look at it and then kind of just like watch it quickly.
Do you spend a lot of time researching what works and what doesn't, or you just I like this, I'm gonna make it like this?
It's a bit of both. I feel like you could get into like something like analysis paralysis where you're kind of analyzing, oh, this best. You're trying to look for the best, but it kind of goes back to like, yo, you don't need to be a perfectionist. At the end of the day, just do it, just make it, and then learn from there, right? Because sometimes like a lot of content I post, I'm like, I put so much hours into it, I post it, and it is good. Then there's a video I make in like 10 minutes, and that one blows up. I'm like, oh shit. So at the end of the day, it's just about getting your reps in, just keep posting. Like, at the end of the day, like there's no real, like, obviously there's like a formula, algorithm, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, it's just about just posting. Just keep posting. Obviously, don't just like post like quantity. You want to do both, quality and quantity, right? So you want to, when you make a video, try to look in your next video, how can I top it? What can I do different to make it a little better? You know, look at your statistics and always just analyze yourself, but don't analyze too much to the point where you're analysis paralysis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, get it out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we put a bunch of content too,
as
much as it can.
I love your guys'
Absolutely.
content, your reels. It's great. Yeah.
And then especially when you guys add clips while people are talking, that's what is really good for engagement. You know what I mean? Because it's not just like it just shows people talking, but it shows like a little bit of the relatability, and it shows something that like in the background where you can still watch the video and understand what they're trying to say and what they're trying to implement.
Yeah, honestly, shout out B&B guys. Like taking, like, we're so like blessed to have like in like our Toronto race scene that have something like this. You know, this is fucking sick as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're really like engaging with like the scene, and we're like talking about it, seeing their perspective. Like, yo, shout out B&B guys.
Yeah,
thank
you.
Yeah,
Thanks for the compliment.
It's been a huge grind.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Everything is a grind in life. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a matter of how hard you want to work towards it.
Yeah.
That's
how
really
bad
all
you
it
want
takes.
it. How bad you.
And the thing with the process too, it's like if you love every step of it, then even like the tedious part, it doesn't seem like when you're doing it.
You complain. You complain.
Yeah. You get it out there. It's like, oh,
you complain,
but you still love it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this: like, how, when you guys are doing the podcast, what do you look for in terms of like getting new guests? You know, like, what do you guys?
We talk to people. Just go out to the field. Going out to the field is one of the major parts of what we do best. So just go out to the field, talk to as many people as possible, and then like, you know, when the topic kind of clicks to build like a good episode, then we just like go on with it, right? So we start with like ravers, and we talk about promoters, and we talk about, and we try to sneak into the booth of like AVs and everything, try to get somebody from production, try to get every aspect of what makes a rave great to be. Right. So it's kind of like more of an education type.
Yeah,
of
I love that. I love that, especially because I feel like think about it, like a new viewer, a new person that's into raving, and they see this. It's like, oh, like I'm seeing a different side of like the scene. It's like this is like kind of like the bare bones, kind of like this is what kind of like makes like the vibe and atmosphere.
The people behind it.
The people
behind it. Absolutely.
Exactly. Right.
It doesn't make it just seem like it's just a party. You know what I mean? There's also definitely technical sides to it.
A lot of moving parts that make the party. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, shout out to those people shout out to those ravers who just go to raves for the rave, you know, like, bless your soul.
For sure.
Then we come down to breaking down what makes everything there.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Down to like people doing security, the guys doing at the door, the people doing the lighting,
cameraman, everything.
You know,
it's super easy to just be a raver though.
Oh, for sure.
Super easy.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I love turning my brain off and then going to the rave and just closing my eyes, putting my sunglasses on, and just dance until my legs are sore. As hell,
yeah,
you know
absolutely.
I mean? Like, but obviously, like, now it's like I want to go to a rave and I want to like do more. You know, I want that person who's dancing the rave to have an even better experience. Because that feeling is like, you want
the scene to grow too.
Yes.
Because if it doesn't grow, then
you're stagnant.
Yeah. And then because there's so many DJs out there, it's like it's a disservice. It's never gonna change, right? There's always gonna be a lot of DJs, but if we keep bringing more people in and I guess educating people and helping it grow, then the DJs that come in actually have a chance.
Exactly.
The bigger the community is just better for everyone. You know? It's just sharing this experience, because I feel like, as cringe as it sounds, yo, raving might have just saved my life. You know what I mean? You know, raving is actually such a beautiful thing, because at the end of the day, what do you go to rave for? Just to dance. And I feel like dancing is so healing for the soul. Because think about it, you're just letting your body move to the frequency. You're not even thinking. You're just moving. You're just
Exactly.
dancing. You're having fun. You know what I mean? And those like that enjoyment is like an experience I'd love to share for everyone. To experience at least once in your life. Go to a rave. Take that leap of faith. Your friend tells you go, just go with them. Go with them.
It is sort of like that endurance high when you get from runner's high. So like when you dance a lot, your body produces so much endorphins, and you just feel it, right? And you feel like you're healing.
Yo, for real. And like honestly, like dancing, running, like those best cardio. For me, I love dancing. Cardio. That's like the best cardio. Like if I could, I would like. Imagine you could like for cardio, there's like a local rave, just pull up for an hour, just dance.
Oh yeah, I mean like people like our past guest from what's that, Osmosis, the girl Jen, she did like what 80,000 steps in
80,000 steps. God, that's good cardio right there.
That is good cardio, bro.
And it's fun cardio too. You know what I mean? Like that's like the best.
The fun cardio is the one that you get distracted, right? I mean, most of the morning cycle workouts, they also play EDM songs.
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
Because it's all the BPMs that syncs with your cadence, right? So
yeah, you know what? Even one of our homegirls that does like, she's a yoga instructor, and she told me one time that she was playing some bounce tracks. I was like, really? Like stuff like that surprises me. But it's like, you know what? When you add music to like workouts and exercise, it actually adds another element to it, and it makes you kind of want to get more into that workout. You know,
so music is such a big connector. You know,
oh my god, that's the best drug in the world. Music is the best drug. Like that's one thing. Like I'm addicted to music. Like if you think about this, guys, like, is there a day you go out without listening to music? And if there is, how do you feel that day? You know what I mean? I feel like if you don't listen to music, you kind of feel off. You don't even realize it. We're all connected by music, and I love it. You know what I mean? Music's such a universal language that like. I might not speak your language, you might not speak my language, but we're on the dance floor here together, just dancing, having a good time.
Yes,
I
literally.
feel your energy, like it's good. We're having fun. So music, best drug in the world.
I mean,
10 out of 10 recommend.
It goes far back to history, right? It started with percussions and everything, like hitting wood with locks.
Literally.
Just the vibrations and rhythm, you know what I mean? It all resonates within people differently, you know?
What do you think, like when back then armies have like a marching band?
Literally. Like stuff like that just orchestrates a whole new, it adds an element to like what's yet to come. You know what I mean? Especially with those kind of marching bands, it adds like something about a rage just about to happen. You know?
Yeah, honestly, I think to add on to that, like I feel like that's why I feel like opener tracks are really important. It really sets the entire vibe and like it uniforms the entire crowd together. So like, let's say, I don't know, I'm gonna spin, right? And DJ gets off. I'll like, depending on what vibe I want like a rager type thing. I play like pretty hardcore music. So do I want to start it with some gabber stuff? Do I want to be lighthearted? Do I want to start it like lighthearted? Do I want to start it kind of darker energy, right? So I feel like that opener track really sets like the vibe of everything. And like going on to what you say, it's like, oh, we're about to rage, we're about to go crazy right now.
Do you guys still get nervous when you're about to step on stage and do your set?
I can't even lie. Even last night when I did the event from a track, a part of me was a little bit nervous, but then it was just everything happens and flows at a certain pace where it's just like, what's there to be nervous about? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a matter of just like slowly getting into it. And then honestly, I think practice helps a lot, like repetition and doing a lot of reps, because by the time I was ready to play, even though I was a little bit nervous about using some of the equipment that I'm not used to, it's just a matter of like, just play what you play. Like, you know what I mean? As long as you have that repetition in that practice, I feel like you can get into the flow of it. And then it's just a matter of just doing it. And once you do it, like you don't even realize that you've done it. There's times I've done like shows or events. I'm pretty sure Jed can speak on this too. Like we'll finish it and I'm just like, yo, what just happened? Right? You know what I mean? Like it just flies by. But it's just like in that moment, like you're just either locked in or it's just like you're not even super worried about being nervous or stuff like that. It's just like
lock the fuck in.
You lock the fuck in. You know what I mean? Like it's your show. It's your time to just present yourself. And then there's times where you won't even realize it and you just do it. And when you do it, you realize and just finish. It's just like, wow, I actually did it. It's really a matter of flow state.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like definitely first couple shows, I was hella nervous.
Yeah.
Even the show in my basement, my first ever rave, like, because think about it, I'm practicing to nobody. I'm in my basement just practicing my FLX4, like, yo, practicing all like mixes, transitions. Like, yo, cool. Day comes, I look up, there's like all my friends and family look at me. I'm like, whoa, heart starts pounding. I'm like, where's the play button? You know what I mean?
And that event was actually good. He went crazy.
It was, you know, definitely first one, but definitely my first events, I was always nervous, you know, and it's just a matter of like just getting the reps in, being comfortable, being uncomfortable, having all those eyes on you, and just that you get like this like adrenaline, right? But then it's about using that nervous, like a feeling and then like giving power to it. It's like, yo, I'm not nervous. I'm excited. I can't wait for you guys to hear friends. Like, oh my gosh, right? So instead of nowadays, I don't feel nervous. I feel excited. I'm like, I can't wait for you guys to hear the song. I can't wait for this drop. I can't wait for you guys to get faked out by this one. This one's a fake drop. You guys aren't ready for this one, right? So definitely starting off is nervous, but then more reps, I'm definitely more excited. And I will say I think my most nervous set I ever did was the F2F for Takeover with Ace. That was the most nervous I've ever been for a set because I was actually super sick that day. I wasn't getting good sleep. I was really sick, and it didn't help that like we were outside on the boat. It was kind of like I was getting I don't know about you guys. I get motion sickness. So like even on the boat, I'm like, yo, this is like there's so much like elements happening. But as soon as I get on the decks and I press play, I'm like, it's just me, the music, and the crowd, the vibe, and I'm like, yo, what is there to be nervous about? But everything leading up to it, super nervous. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as we press play,
how did that event come together?
That was actually my first event. Shout out Takeover. My first event with Takeover actually, and I remember Takeover reached out and they're like, yo, you want to do
face to face
with Ace? I'm like, yo, I'd love to. And then Ace messaged me. He's like, yo, they asked me if like, who do you want to be a partner? I'm like, of course, my boy Rats. I was like, oh, shout out Ace, shout out Ace. So that I remember we practiced a lot for that because I was still pretty new to DJing. At that time, I probably had like a couple of months of getting reps in. So we'd go to Overture to practice. Shout out Overture. We go to Overture to practice, and then Ace would reach the crib. And he'd bring his deck and we'd like practice F2F, like do some cool stuff like that. And from there, it was just they just reached out, practice.
How's the feeling different from an F2F to a back-to-back?
Oh man.
Oh, it's different. You want to
I say like when it comes to F2F, it's very technical, and when it comes to like for even the F2F I did with NPC Groove, shout out NPC, but with that one it's very technical, and you got to understand. Like obviously, even though you guys are playing the same genre, you got to understand transitions and rhythms. You know what I mean? Because there's always a 4-bar, 8-bar. Like I understand, like a lot of transitions happen on the 16th bar or the 16th note. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, you got to understand like counts. Counts really helps as well when you're doing F2Fs because then you can understand when to transition and take out your bass and then implement their bass. You know what I mean?
He was telling me though at some point everything just went out the window and you just guys are
sometimes that does happen, and honestly, you know what? Like that's kind of what makes it more unique. You know what I mean? Because even if you make like even on the topic about being nervous, there's times like you can make a mistake and something like that, and sometimes you mess up. But even with bounce, there's a lot of fake outs. So there's times where the filter will be up or the bass will be up and you don't really hear it. You take it out, bring it back in. And it's just a matter of knowing how to recover in certain situations. And that kind of what makes sometimes show even better. Cause it's just like you hear it and it's just like, wait, he kind of messed up. But then he fixes it in a way where it's just like, whoa, it sounded like a drop. You know what I mean? So I think it's really a matter of knowing how to correct your mistakes sometimes in certain elements. And then just being able to catch that eye between each other, especially during F2Fs. They're very technical.
Very technical. And you can only achieve that by practicing.
Yes.
Yeah. Literally, like it always comes down to the reps. It always comes down to the reps to just keep doing more. Always. And more, right? So to add on with the F2F, my first F2F was actually with Liz. Shout out Liz. Hit me up. We hosted an event.
That was at
Archive. That was my first ever like. I feel like one of my first shows I was actually like for the scene. Right?
Like
so
a big crowd.
I was also super nervous for that, but we did a lot of practice at Sleepless Studio. And
how do you practice face to face?
So we would just go back to back, and right now we're just kind of like creating a playlist, like what music would sound good. So like she would play her music, I would play my music, and kind of like conform a set together. Be like, okay, let's bounce our ideas off each other, bounce like the sounds off each other, right? And so I remember for that F2F, the day comes, and I was still super new to the scene. I still didn't really know that much people, but like I seen like the names, like all the people. So I remember this is the first time I seen Vrone and Menace spin. They were right before. Yeah. So it was just for Mayhem, Vrone and Menace. And like the first time I saw them spin F2F, that's when because I was still new to DJing. That's when I realized like, yo, there's levels to this.
Yeah, there's levels.
They are so like I'm gonna tell you guys right now, like. Shout out to them. They are like so technically sound. Like they are wizards on the decks. Like, they are really, really good. So I remember seeing them spin. I'm like, whoa, like you can do that? Like what? And like their chemistry is also like really good on the decks. Like I love seeing them F2F. Great DJs.
That's a powerful duo. Every time I see them
DJ,
they
really
bounce off
technically
each other.
sound, right? So doing that F2F was honestly like that's when I learned more about like DJing, how like you like going off what Makai was saying, how like you could mess up because at the end of the day, like it's still DJing. It's really flow states, really freestyle. It's like you just go with the crowd, go with the energy, right?
Exactly.
You might have planned these songs, but honestly, the crowd might fuck with these sounds better. You know what I mean? Like I have this song planned, but I think I should do this song instead because this song might.
Did you know that nearly 25% of adults experience hearing damage from loud noise exposure, like the music at clubs or festivals? Once it's gone, it's gone. That ringing you hear after a night out? It's a sign that your ears are crying for help. Hears provides earplugs that reduce noise levels by up to 21 decibels, enough to protect your hearing while still letting you feel the bass and enjoy the show. Get up to 30% off when you group buy with 5 friends. Click the link in the description now or scan the QR code on the screen. Don't wait till it's too late. Order today so you have it for your next event.
Is it more of like an instinct feeling to kind of switch up on the fly?
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Absolutely.
Sometimes like you just gotta look at the crowd. Like sometimes like I look at the crowd, I'm playing a song and it's like they're feeling it, and then the next drop happens and they're kind of like, oh, this drop sounds super hard as the last one. So I was like, okay, I'll note that, I'll transition out. Or it's like next time I play the song, I'll only use the first drop and then I'm gonna transition to the next one because based on like it's all about like crowd testing stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like crowd testing is like the best, most authentic and raw way to really get like not results, I guess feedback. You know what I mean? It's like crowd testing your music, crowd testing some transitions, crowd testing some, like some songs.
Which part of your set do you kind of do that?
I will say definitely the middle and end. The start of your set, I feel like I always have like my go-to like openers,
go-to weapons.
The go-to like backpack weapons, right? And there are definitely like some like songs that like you said, go-to weapons that just bring up the crowd energy. Like I would start off the set. Kind of some songs are kind of planned, some songs I want to play, and then after that, I kind of just look into the crowd and be like, "What do you think they would like right now?" And you'd kind of look at like a certain start of the section, like, "Oh, look at these gabbers right here." Well, you know what? I can tell they're feeding for some gabber. Let me play a gabber track. Let me look at. These guys. It seems like they want to go harder. Let me play some hardcore industrial right now. You know what I mean? So you kind of just legit like be one with the crowd. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like you're playing your music, so it's a balance of like stuff you want to play, stuff the crowd wants to hear, and then just the overall vibe of like everything.
I think crowd control is a really important aspect when it comes to DJing. I think that's what separates you from just a regular DJ playing like music, and nothing's wrong with that, you know what I mean? But like the crowd is what makes the whole vibe of the whole venue just different. You know what I mean? If you set a good tone for the crowd and you know how to play around with it and have them chant and stuff like that, that's what makes it so much better.
That's kind of what makes you. Like people are gonna come to see that. It's like, yo, I love like seeing MVCHE. Like I love his crowd controls, his energy. It's like I'm coming to see like that personality rather than like, because what's the difference between you going to a rave and seeing your favorite DJ and like just playing his music on Spotify? It's like you're going there for like the vibe, you're going there for the energy, the atmosphere, and like the things. Like sometimes you're even going there to be like, I want to see. Maybe you're not thinking this, but it's like when MVCHE messes up, I love the way he saves himself. It's like he does this, like your go-tos and stuff like that.
On that point with vinyl too, sometimes like when a vinyl DJ messes up, it's part of the experience. And then how they fix
how they recover from
it. It's part of it.
And honestly, shout out to vinyl DJs, because it's really good that they're still bringing that kind of old like elements of DJing to the new gen, because a lot of the new gen stuff, like, don't get me wrong, we use USBs, a lot of the controllers you use is computerized, everything is more easily formatted to us. So shout out to the vinyl DJs, because they know how the OGs, bro, because they're the ones who implemented that era of the now DJs, you know what I mean, by doing their stuff.
Vinyl DJs have a lot of patience, dude.
Yes, bro.
Definitely. A lot of patience, and like learning, even if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. There's still a correction point. Like you can hear it in the set.
I remember Hector Oaks at McCormick when he was spinning. The ground was shaking so much from people dancing, and the needle was like jumping up and down.
Oh my god!
So kind of like discording and like hopping, right? So it's like it's kind of weird. That's how.
But it's just how you like recover and like how do you adapt to that on the fly, right?
And part of that said, like he was getting really frustrated because like one of the decks weren't working properly or something.
Oh wow!
And you can hear it like sort of a little bit of frustration in the music too. Like it's crazy. Like your emotions,
raw emotion.
It is raw emotion.
I feel like when it comes to like technical difficulties and stuff like that, for the most part, or even mistakes in general, I feel like the best thing to do as like a DJ is just show no reaction. Like there's a lot of times where like I completely mess up and I just pretend like nothing happened and then just like play the next song and let it transition like pretty like roughly, but like for the most part no one really notices because like, yo, great set. But then obviously in your head you're like, could have done a better job.
Yeah.
Yo,
But
that's
always.
here's the thing though, like for normal ravers, they don't actually hear the mistakes.
Mm,
but
I agree,
only
I
when you
agree.
start producing and DJing, or you go to like, let's say, 200 events a year,
Yeah.
then you will start to hear.
You start
those,
hearing, it's like, oh, wait a minute, that's kind of off. The
Yeah.
BPM's kind of off here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do agree. And even to this day, sometimes I don't even realize like the DJ messed up. It's like, wait, that was a mess up. Like that sounded good. You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, it's like people have different ways of like perceiving things. You know, it's like you mess it up, but like, yo, I enjoyed it. Like I didn't even know you messed up. You know, but so it just comes down to like, you know, how everyone wants to feel the crowd and energy and the party. You know.
Oh,
Do
for
you,
sure.
do you think DJs should have like a specific goal, or they should just do it for the love of it and just kind of like enjoy the journey and experience throughout, whether it's shit or not?
You want to go?
Yeah, I think it's definitely about the end goal with what you want to do. You know what I mean? Because like even when we started off, I just loved DJing. I just loved music. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like you get to a certain level where it's just like you want to go bigger. Like you want, we're all human. You know what I mean? So we all want more for ourselves when it comes to the things that we love and the things that we do. So don't get me wrong, you can still do this for the love of the game and just keep doing you and going. But at the end of the day, there's a human instinct in you that just wants you to take it to the next level. So I think it's a matter of knowing what you want in the goal and then knowing how you want to implement it. Like it's all about making goals and kind of listing out things.
Yeah,
Sure.
I 100% agree with Makai saying about your end goal. I would say also that you want to enjoy every part of the process.
Yep.
So like right now, it's like circling back, I was talking about like, yo, you don't live in the past, you don't live in the future, you live right now. So obviously you have to enjoy the moment right now. But like, don't get too like I guess tunnel vision on right now, because you need to obviously plan for the future, right? So you have to say, what am I building for? Yeah, what do I need to do? How do I obtain that? So like, let's say like a goal, for example, my goal is 1 million streams for a song. How am I going to get that 1 million streams, right? Okay, I need to post music. Okay, post the music. What's the next step? Market the music. Okay, after market music, how can I get to the next step of getting more streams? I'll put it on a playlist. So it's just about making your goal and figuring out how you're going to achieve that goal, right? And I feel like it's kind of like a funnel wheel or like a water wheel. You kind of put water in, just because everything is interdependently working towards each other.
Yeah.
Marketing your music is also marketing yourself. You know, every step you do is going to help attain that goal and other side goals you have, you know? So it's very important to actually like plan everything. But like I said, it goes hand in hand with like analysis paralysis. You don't want to be planning too much, right? But at the end of the day, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Or I don't know if you said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yes.
Yeah, if you fail to plan, you plan to
fail
fail.
to-
Sorry,
that's the right quote.
So yeah, it's just that simple, you know. At the end of the day, I feel like it's just better to keep things simple, stupid. You know, just don't over calculate everything. Just like, okay, this. Keep it simple. This.
Simplicity actually goes a long way.
Simplicity
It's
is
crazy.
very key.
Even if you're a perfectionist and stuff like that, and you want to add like a lot of things, and it comes down to DJing and producing. Like most of the time, when you just keep things simple and just have certain elements in its own place instead of trying to add too much, it just makes it even better. Because simplicity is what people follow the most. Like they follow what matters works. Even though you can add like crazy sounds and crazy elements, you know what I mean? Like just keep it simple.
Yeah,
That's really all you need to do.
Keeping it simple is always the play. Less is more.
Less is more,
less,
man.
Less is more. Sometimes when there's too much going on, it's kind of hard to follow anything. You know what I mean? That's just in life in general too. When there's too much shit happening in your life, like kind of hard to like, what direction do I go?
Yeah.
You know, you need to take things out of your plate to add things to your plate, right? So if there's too much food, it's like I want more food, but you can't. You need to eat, you need to finish this first. You need to finish these tasks, right?
It's kind of funny that you say you play gabbers and you say less is more. Do you have like, when you're playing your set, just one part of your set is just percussion tones for 16 bars? And I mean, that works, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it works. Like at the end of the day, if people are dancing to music, you've succeeded.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, if you got people moving, if people are enjoying, if people are smiling, having fun, regardless of what it is, like if the music's simple, it's doing its job, right?
Yeah.
A simple song and a song that's a lot going on, they have the same goal, to get the people moving, right? So at the end of the day, it just comes down to like what type of music do you want to spin, and I think it's just balancing all of that and like building a set that encompasses like, you got like minimal music in terms of that genre, and then maybe you have a crazy track you want to play and you build up to that crazy track, right? So at least for my style, from my experience, like I like to like build up to those like banger tracks, you know what I mean? Like I'll play like I guess if we put tiers, I'll play like a A tier song, B tier song, and then right after the B tier song I'll play an S tier song. You know what I mean? Kind of like a roller coaster in terms of building a set. But then there's also times where like freestyle, you just kind of look at the crowd energy, yo, the crowd just wants to keep going. I'll keep playing banger after banger, you know what I mean? And then then I'll play a rest track. I'll put a breakdown, you know, just feeling the crowd and everything. Wow.
Where did you come up with the logo?
Which logo?
The
Toronto Gabbers logo?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. I use this app called PixArt, and you could like, it's kind of like a Photoshop app on my phone. So literally, right when we had the idea of Toronto Gabbers, my cousin Kane, I don't know, you know, guys know Kane Skull. That's my cousin actually.
You just back to back with him on Friday.
Yeah. We were back to back. Yeah. Shout out Kane. He reached my crib. Like this was like before Toronto Gabbers, like probably a year and a half ago, like a time ago.
Yeah.
And then we were just kind of like experimenting with plans because we were both into like gabber. Like we saw the TikToks and we would just link up. As cringe as sounds, we just link up and like just practice talking. It's like, yo, like let me see, give me tips to trick. Let me see your new moves, right? We're just talking. They're like, yo, like it'd be kind of cool to like do meetups with people, like see there's other gabbers because we're like, yo, like I know like there's gabbers around, but we don't know where they are, right? So, like, yo, why don't we like build like a collective that we could bring gabbers together, right? So then we're like, yo, Toronto Gabbers? Like, okay, bet. And then we had to come up with the logo. So it's like, okay, what entails Toronto Gabbers? So Toronto, if you look in the logo, there's CN Towers in it, right? And now we need a gabber, right? So I searched up, like I was just gabber, and I photoshopped a guy, like a cartoon guy, and then I photoshopped a cartoon girl and reversed the images. I actually have the bare bones of me making the logo, so I'll send you guys pictures of how it started, how the first logo looked, and then how I just kept refining, editing until what we have now. And it took a lot of trial and error. But I definitely, as a reference, I was definitely using the Toronto Raptors like logo. Because like Toronto Gabbers, Toronto Raptors, like Toronto, and kind of just use that as like a reference, right? But yeah, I'll send you guys pictures of like the first draft of how it looked like, and it looks so bad to like what it is now, which I think is like more cleaner. But yeah, that's kind of how it came to be.
For sure.
That's pretty awesome. The logo is actually
sick.
Oh,
thank you so much. Yeah. Definitely love it.
Is it difficult to work with?
Yes, like the PNG file is like, I think it looks good on like clothes and
when
stuff.
It's blown up.
But yeah, like this. But like in terms of like when it's small and posters and stuff, it's really hard to read. So we were trying to come up with like a simpler logo, but it's just like I'm still looking for something like that, maybe TG. But at the end of the day, this is just kind of our bread and butter, so we're kind of rolling with this.
Yeah. That's the same with our logo. Like it's so complicated. There's so many rings to it.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the logo.
Yeah.
But it's fire at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like that. Like I see that. Like I know that's BNB.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tough logo. So how did you guys make your logo? How did that come to be?
We wanted to have we were finding artists to do it, and then shout out to Paper Skies. He hooked us up.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so we had a couple of drafts, and we just picked one the best.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fire though. It's like back and body hurts is actually.
I know.
When I took that in, I was like bath and body works, but it's still your own thing. You know what I mean? And trust me, like vets that go to raves, it's like my back and body hurts.
I love you guys look at that.
So I think it's perfect, especially for the standout that you're trying and the message that you're trying to do when it comes to raving and the EDM scene and stuff like that. Like I think that's hilarious. I think it's a good take.
So you guys came up with the name first, and then
we came up with the name first before the logo. Yeah,
okay. The logo is it's really perfect. Back and body.
We've actually simplified it. We just haven't
we just haven't marketed it yet.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's good.
So I kind of had a draft of I was just drawing about it, and then like I was just discussing with my friend, and then we took those drafts ideas to send it to the artist and see what came back. Yeah,
I just come with the colors.
The colors
given to us. Really.
The colors were given to us. So and then over the years, the orange kind of stuck.
I like it. I like it.
So it's a different type of like color compared to a lot of the artists.
Yeah,
so, it's different. I like it.
The color scheme is honestly fire. I think it gives like a classic vibe, like a disco vibe in a way.
Classic,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like it. Mm-hmm. What you guys are wearing right now is so tough. Like I see you guys, I'm like, yo, this is 30. Yo,
this is sort of like a demo, our first trial.
So we're just trying out different types of wear because I did this just to see if we can go beyond just a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because like in Toronto, winter raves are huge thing.
Yeah, so, they're big.
Long winter, short summers out here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Summer coming up is gonna be lit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Summer
Absolutely.
Winter festival season is gonna be.
You got anything planned for the summer festival season?
Summer festival season, I have Escapade.
Nice.
I have
might see you there.
Yeah.
Mel, might see you there as well.
Yeah. I'm also going to ARC.
ARC, where's that?
ARC is in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I've heard of ARC. ARC is a big ass lineup. That lineup is insane.
What does it entail? Like, what's the main genres of music?
It's
it's
house
everything?
of house of techno.
House of techno,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
Like proper like underground techno.
Yeah.
And house came from Chicago, right?
Mhm.
Oh, so it's even more like
Yeah.
raw and OG from out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mainly want to go to Chicago just to experience Radius, the venue.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just a big box of warehouse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
Do you guys
that's gonna
plan on
be
going
fun.
to festivals or any events in Detroit? Because I know techno came from Detroit
Yeah.
mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movement.
Movement. I want to
Movement.
try.
Movement?
Mhm.
That's the big one I
Yeah.
hear. Yeah,
That might be a
yeah.
next year one for me for sure.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to Il Sonic?
I bought the tickets for Il Sonic,
Oh.
but I have a friend who had a wedding plan here, so I
Mm.
couldn't go.
Oh, send
True.
me a ticket.
Yeah.
Send me a ticket. Send me a ticket. Give me that. Give me that. This guy.
Yeah. Maybe I'll hook you up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
respect.
see.
Shout out B&B.
Yeah.
Shout out B&B. Need Il Sonic tickets.
Yeah.
Hit him up. Well, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I always love going to festivals. I feel like the festival experience is like so much different than like
Yeah,
an
for
actual,
sure.
like,
Yeah.
rave experience. Like,
Because like it's like festivals sometimes like the lineup doesn't. It's not super important. Like there's times where I've gone to festivals and not
Yeah.
really care about the lineup and just hang out with friends and
Yeah.
have fun at different
Mhm.
stages, explore different music.
Mhm.
yeah,
It's yeah.
I think that's what makes raves like so super different too. Because you have there could be like a rave at a club, you know what I mean, and then you have a festival, and then I think what matters the most is the atmosphere you provide. You know what I'm saying. So a lot of festivals they provide such a big atmosphere and just sometimes it's indoors, but when it's outdoors and you just see a bunch of people, you see the different stages, different things you can do. You know what I
the
mean?
vibe
There's-
is completely different.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I mean?
so
the sun
different.
is shining.
Sun
Oh
shining, it's
my
hot as
God.
fuck.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, yo.
Do you
Drink
prefer
Yeah.
daytime festival or nighttime?
nighttime every single time?
Yeah.
Last year we went to Il
Yes.
Sonic, that shit was
Yes.
burning, yo.
Yeah.
And like my skin doesn't do well in
Yeah.
the sun. Like I be
Oh,
getting
you're
eczema.
Filipino.
I know
right?
it's weird. I'm actually born in Singapore. I'm Filipino,
Mm.
but I was born in Singapore.
That's right on the equator, man.
I know,
Yeah.
it's weird. I guess growing up in Canada,
Mm.
Toronto, like the cold weather, my skin has just
Slowly
like
lost its ability.
I
to
lost the
absorb
ability
the
to
sun,
just take the sun. Right?
Yeah.
But going back to the festivals, I feel like the main thing that like is different between like a rave and a festival is the flow. Because with the rave, you kind of curate the lineup to have a good flow. Like you'll play like
Yeah.
slower BPM into the higher BPM into the main liner, and then a closer. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
With festivals, it's pretty chaotic. It's just
Yeah,
like this
it's
person,
just
this
every-
person,
it's
this
just no
person,
matter
this
what.
person, this person. And I actually went to Beyond this year for the first time. Beyond Wonderland in Cali. It was such a great
SoCal.
event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
SoCal, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, like I had a lot of the artists there, amazing. But I come to realize, at least for me and my experience, I think I like festivals for just side questing.
Yeah.
Like obviously
yeah.
I love dancing and stuff, but I feel like the dance floor is completely different in a festival than in a rave.
Mhm.
A rave is way more intimate. A festival, there's just
Yeah.
just so much going
Yeah.
on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like a festival, it's for me at least. I would prefer to just side quest, meet so much people
Yeah,
I've never been
yeah.
ever in my life. Like,
Exactly.
where are you coming from? How do you,
Yeah,
where are you
yeah,
from?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Getting
It's like,
people's stories and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like, yo,
Go take a
follow my
break.
IG, pull up
Yeah.
the
It's
Instagram.
like-
No data,
Yeah.
no service. It's like, yo, it's
Take
just-
screenshot.
Take screenshot, take screenshot, right? It's like, oh.
oh.
And then I just love how like everyone at the festival is like the energy is even like crazier, like in such a
Mhm.
good way. Like everyone's just so open
Everyone's
to
caring
talk.
for each other.
Yeah.
Everyone's caring for
you
each
know,
other. So plur.
The plur is
like,
crazy
yeah,
at
yeah.
festivals, man.
Yeah.
The
It's
only
like-
reason why I like festivals is because like if let's say you're not vibing with a set, you can just leave.
You could just
Just
leave,
leave.
right?
Yeah.
You take a break. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the rave. It's like sometimes it's like you pull up. It's like, yo, I'm getting, I don't
Mm.
know, like I'm just not feeling the vibe right now,
Yeah.
or
Wanna take a
maybe things
break
are
or something.
too much. Like let me take a break, but then you go back to the same vibe.
Yeah.
At least with the festival, it's a complete 180,
Yeah.
complete 360. Like yo, a completely different area,
Yeah.
like completely different stage, completely different crowd.
Genre.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You can
And
literally-
it's still the
yeah.
same day. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You can literally.
Italian, so-
That's what I'm saying, man. You
It's the
can
same day. What the hell? I'm in a completely different area.
Yeah.
though.
you can
Yeah.
literally go to a main stage and it'll be a certain like genre of music, and then you go to another stage and then that whole atmosphere is insanely
Yeah.
different. Even though it's outside, it could just be a total switch up
Yeah, for
between
sure.
that.
Like
Yeah.
for normal shows, if let's say one of the openers does not click with you,
Mhm.
and you have to stay.
You have to stay.
Yeah,
You
you have to
just- you're
put
just
through
saying,
it
yeah.
to for the
It's
for
like,
the
oh,
main
I
line.
should have preed longer. I
Yeah.
should've- we came too early, guys. We should have preed longer. It's like, yeah, but,
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah.
I know you guys have experienced something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely a big difference between the festivals and the raves.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, they both have their pros, they both have their cons. You're just up to. But it's crazy to me that some people who rave, there's some ravers out there that only go to festivals.
Yeah.
So their raving experience is only festivals, which is kind of crazy to me. I'm like, damn, like that's fire. You know what I mean? Your experience of that. So because like it's such a big event to go to, right? So definitely am.
Do you think your tattoos have helped you in DJing?
I feel like in terms of like marketing myself, I guess it just adds to like who I am, because I feel like some of my tattoo pieces, shout out my tattoo artist, Bad Kid Inc, OX.V, shout out Vaughn. She does a lot of my tattoos. My neck one is like one of my like biggest pieces that I have, and like I feel like it's such like a staple piece. Like if you see me, it's like I don't know if that's actually him, but then you see the tattoos. Oh, that's him. That's him. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like I kind of like marketed myself.
Which one is the most painful?
Oh, besides this one, it's a pretty explicit tattoo. I don't think we can. We can't show it. I'll send a picture. It's one of those tattoos where it's like, I don't know why I had this idea, and like I don't know. Me and Vaughn were just like, yo, like, what do you think of this idea? We're like, yo, fire. Let's do it, right? And then it's on our Instagram. I'll send you a picture of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a tattoo where it's like I always want a tattoo where it's like no one can see it. It's an explicit tattoo. It's on my thigh.
Not no one can see it.
Yeah, no, like certain people can see it.
just know it's from a crazy man. just know.
But yeah, it's like a anime tattoo. I'll send a picture. You guys could probably put it on the screen. It's a pretty fire tattoo. You might have to blur it though.
If we put it up, that everyone can see it, you know?
Yeah, no, but honestly, I like it's a good piece.
It has to be a secret for some people.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys want to see it? Yeah, I'll send you guys a picture of that.
We'll see it off screen. No.
Yeah, off screen. That's for sure.
Actually, no, let me show you the photo. Let me see your guys' reaction. I'm not going to show the camera, but let me show you guys the reaction. I'm just kind of curious. This is hilarious, yo. I'm pretty sure it's on her account. Oh, yeah, it's look at this.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's up to you if you guys want to show off the tattoo, but yeah, it's on my thigh. This was my most painful tattoo.
Yeah.
You know?
It's because there's so many dots in one spot.
I would say I don't know why, for me, all my tattoos on my legs are the most painful.
It's like soft tissue.
It's like soft, exactly.
Soft tissue, bro.
Yeah, those most painful.
It doesn't see a light of day.
This one honestly hurt, but not as bad as I thought it would. Like this one, I could, you know, I definitely couldn't talk. Usually, during a tattoo appointment, and they have conversation, shoot the shit. But then this one, I'm just like, I can't talk.
Yeah. I think a lot, and there's a lot of DJs that I noticed that have like so many tattoos in their arms and stuff like that, or they'll kind of some people they do different things. So they'll do like just random like art, you know what I mean, or they'll make it like a whole thing to kind of describe them, you know what I mean. So I think when it comes to tats, it really brings out like the unique character to yourself, you know what I mean? Sometimes
it's part of the personality.
It is part of the personality, you know? A lot of people don't have it, and that's totally fine. That's up to them, you know what I mean? But I feel like tats is definitely just like an art piece or something to show off yourself.
Yeah, an extension of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, when I get tattoos, I'm just like, it looks cool. Does it look cool on me? All right, let's get it.
I mean, you say it yourself, right? Like people don't really recognize you if you like change your hairstyle or something. And then when they see the tat,
it's like, oh shit, that's definitely him. It's like some people would come up to me like in public, when like went to the mall or something.
Yeah.
Yo, like I see your videos on TikTok, but I didn't know if it was you. Then I saw your tattoo, I'm like, oh, this is you.
Yeah.
Like, oh shoot, like
Yeah.
But it's usually the braids. The braids kind of do it too. But sometimes I have my hood on or like a hat or something. Yeah. Yo, hey guys. Unfortunately, I have work soon, so I kind of have to leave right now. But my younger twin brother, I'll add that too, is going to be subbing in for me. So you guys will see him.
I'll see you. Good luck at work.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
See you at the next
Take care,
time.
man.
See you guys then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll shake your hand.
I'm gonna go walk.
Hearing is one of your most valuable senses, and nights at the club or festival puts it to the test. Repeated exposure to loud bass lines and crowd roars can cause irreversible damage, but it doesn't have to. Here's earplugs lower noise levels by up to 21 decibels, protecting your hearing while maintaining the sound quality you love. They're comfortable, effective, and designed for music lovers. You and your rave crew can save up to 30% with their group buy deal. Don't compromise. Click the link in the description now or scan the QR code on the screen. Don't wait till it's too late. Order today so you have it for your next event.
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's good, bro?
Yo, who's this, man? Who's this?
Yo, you just came out of nowhere, bro. This is crazy.
Glad to be here, yo. Yo,
Yo.
testing,
Yo,
testing, 1, 2, 3.
welcome,
Yeah,
Bats.
Welcome, Bats.
Hello. Oh, it wasn't my twin brother was here. Rats was here, right?
Yeah.
He went to work.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
work. I think I just saw him on the way out. Yeah.
Got my bounce brother in here, yo.
Yo, it was good. Good to see you, Makai. Yo, amazing performance last night. Yo.
That was crazy.
I couldn't be there. I was working. But
Nah, you're good, bro.
But
You're
Rats
good.
was there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now we can
Yes.
finally get into the balance
Get
portion.
into the bounce.
Yeah, for sure.
yo. Gonna be a hot summer for hard bounce. Yo,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Excited.
What do you guys think about that Toronto scene? It's getting a lot of like traction with bounce. Like I think can you say like Toronto is one of the first few cities to get bounce artists?
I will admit, I did notice a little bit in New York. Like, I fully forgot his name. He's another DJ, but like, it's a very niche.
Boombox?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very niche genre. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I feel like once you're open minded and you make the elements of that rave like fun, you know what I mean? Because that's why I find bounce. It's really fun because you mix a little bit of trance and a little bit of hard bounce with it. I feel like as long as you make it fun, people are open to it and they're down to like come to more events and experience it more.
There's definitely a demand for it.
Mm-hmm.
There is,
Sure.
there
Huge
is.
demand,
And-
and that goes to show with the Boya Boya show.
Yeah.
and how it sold out. People just want that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just want something different, you know what I mean? And not only different, but something where you can add elements of like the regular scene to it.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah.
I actually love bounce because especially in the BPM, there's a lot of rap songs that are like around the 160, 165 range. And that's definitely want to implement more, just a little bit of the hip hop scene with that.
Yeah.
And that just creates more of the regular people where it's just like, wow, this is interesting. And then they get into the
Yeah.
raves and stuff.
There's a bit of
It feels faster.
Yeah,
familiar-
absolutely.
familiarity in bounce.
Yes.
A
Yes.
lot of samples, a lot of remixes
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
use that help like people from other genres that don't really listen to EDM. It's kind of like their way in. It's like, oh wait a minute, I know this song and I kind of like
Yeah.
the sound because then
Yeah.
you kind of grab them with the familiarity of like a hip hop track or
Yeah.
like a track that's kind of mainstream, right? And then you add the bounce swagger to it, and they're like, wait, this is kind of fun. This is
Mhm.
groovy. You know what I mean? But to go onto your point with the Toronto rise of hard bounce, shout out Takeover for booking like Adrian Mills, Serafina, like
Oh,
having
yeah.
240. That was huge, like for exposing that sound to the crowd. And
Yeah,
you
for
could tell
sure.
like I feel like hard bounce is perfect for the summertime. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Thing about living in Toronto is this: we have long winters and short summers.
Yeah.
So like with the summer coming around, definitely a lot of hard bounce gonna be popping off.
But
Mhm.
here's the thing though, during winter, the shows too many in Toronto.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
We have
You know
a
what? You know
lot.
what? I think the reason for that is because we hate winter so much. We want a warmer setting. And
Yeah.
what's warmer than a rave? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's like-
exactly.
so
I remember driving on a snowstorm just to go to a rave.
Oh, it's the
Oh.
worst.
I remember
It's
those
the
days,
worst.
bro.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
But yeah,
It's worth
it.
You
I'd
do it,
rather
you gotta
do
do
that.
it. You gotta do it.
Yeah, I'd do that than being stuck going to work. You know what I mean? Driving to
Literally.
work, it's like,
Yeah.
at least
Literally.
it's a destination. Yeah, but the snow here definitely sucks. Do not
Yeah.
enjoy the snow. I'm happy that we're able to get warmer weather and like probably throw more events outside. You
Yes.
know?
Oh yeah, for
Definitely,
sure.
gonna be nice. Just pop ups outside. Cherry Beach or
Yeah.
even
def-
EI is just gonna be nice. I don't know if you guys are going to that EI for
The
Serafina.
first one with
Serafina,
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 Yeah.
that's
9
gonna
times
be-
9.
Yeah.
that's
I
gonna be fun.
I pray because I know she's switching a little bit into hard groove and nothing wrong with that, but I pray
Like
she plays
hypnotic
bounce.
stuff, right?
Yeah, hypnotic stuff. And nothing's wrong with that. It gets a good feel of the crowd, a little bit of dancing, you know what I mean? But I hope she plays hard bounce. I'd
Yeah.
be so
We love
excited.
hard
Yeah.
bounce, yeah. Even producing hard bounce is like really fun.
It's
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you have so much like range of samples. Because the thing about hard bounce, it's very minimalistic.
It's
in
really
terms of producing.
simple.
Very
Simple.
simple.
Very
so it's
simple.
very easy to incorporate a lot of other like genres, other samples, or remixes, and like you get like you said, add that swagger, add your own personality to your.
Yeah, for sure,
Mhm.
for sure.
know?
Do you okay? So now that bounce is popping up, do you still listen to like Adam Bayer kind of techno?
Ooh, good question. Honestly,
A lot less for me.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, a lot less
Yeah.
because I want to be looking and exploring for new music and everything, and like at the end of the day, like that's the music we want to spin, that's the music that we want to like show off to our crowds. Like hard bounce is definitely like what we're trying to like push more into the
Mm.
city.
Mhm.
Do you
Yeah.
think that kind of techno is dying?
I wouldn't say it's dying. I think it's just a matter of if you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, like the world's always changing. There's always people trying to find something new, something with a different taste. You know what I mean? Because because Adam Bear has been in the game for years,
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
know.
mean? And
He
nothing's
is.
wrong with that. He's built his fame and he's built his community, but it's really a matter of just discovering something new.
For
Have
sure.
you guys know Effie Pinkman?
Effie, No, what is he?
He's I don't maybe he's German.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that does the medieval bounce.
Medieval
stuff,
bounce.
right?
That's interesting. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
I need to tap into that. I didn't even know about
Because
that.
medieval, like that type of like, see, like I feel like that, like when you see the medieval time movies or like the sounds and the effects they use, kind of cool. Maybe they can sample like a sword or like a horse or something.
It's kind of funny because like one of his YouTube videos when he was playing his set, everyone else in the crowd was dressed as like.
Oh my! I love that. I love that. See, that's another.
It's so memey, but
I love that.
Awesome.
But that stuff like that creates a community.
It creates a
you know what I
community,
mean?
and it's so fun. Because imagine like you're outsider looking in, it's like what the hell's happening?
Yeah.
Where are these guys going? But it's like, you know what I mean?
It's so like really fun.
It's fun, and you pull up and like
so non-serious, and we're just having fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The pictures probably look so lit. You know, everyone's like pulled up like that. Like yo, it's like, you know, like,
everyone's in like night costumes and like
Literally.
costumes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Mhm.
Like I feel like at the end of the day, that's what you're trying to build towards, like having like a community like that. You know, like at the end of the day, I feel like I don't know, for like any collective, they want people rocking their merch to their events.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like rocking their vibe to pull up to that, because like, you know, like that's the vibe they're gonna bring.
Mhm.
You know,
We were talking about Horse Girl earlier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine like everyone Horse Girl pulled up in like, you know, a horse. Maybe not horseman. Maybe that's a little too much. But maybe
Or like
maybe,
farm
a
outfits.
farm
and stuff
outfit,
like
or
that.
like a cowboy hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty lit.
Yeah.
Even though my bad to cut you off, but even though sometimes certain things is cringe, like it's only cringe to the outside people. You know what I mean? When you have people that are just come together and do things
That
like
get
in
it.
that community, they get it. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, everything's cringe. It's just how you.
Yeah.
present it,
That's
absolutely.
true. I mean,
being cringe is being free. At the end of the day, you can
Yes.
do whatever you want.
I was about to say like the dubstep scene, like everyone has a jersey.
Oh yeah,
you
they
know,
do.
Everyone has a thing, right?
And then in techno, everyone's black.
Everyone's
Yeah.
black. You know, it's kind of like the unspoken rule of
Yeah.
everything, right? And then like also to dig a little deeper is like there's certain like dance moves you could do. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like I feel like with dubstep, it's like the headbang. You know, with the bounce, it's literally just the knees bouncing. You kind of
Yeah. Or with techno, it's like I don't know what it's called, but it's like a certain groove that a lot of techno people
the
do.
NPC dance back.
Yeah.
I mean, you see those memes and just like I'm trying to dance like the Boots baddie in the end. And then you're trying to, like, dancing, right?
Yeah.
But
Do you think DJ plays a role of like teaching the crowd how to dance to their music?
oh my gosh, 1,000,000%.
Mm.
I feel like at the end of the day, the DJ is the conductor of the crowd, like the conductor of everything. You know what I mean? Shout out conductor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the ones kind of like, okay, I'm gonna play a breakdown. I want the crowd to rest right now, so I'm gonna cool it down. I'm not gonna do any emotes. I'm just gonna chill, talk to the crowd, look, you know, hype, and then when they start building up, hype them up, and then start dancing. Because then I feel like you could kind of like show the crowd how to dance to the music. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we could do fist bump, or you know, you could at the drop, let's all jump, or something like that. You know, just some examples.
Yeah, or even simple as like a two-step. You know what I mean? Like it's just small stuff like that, and energy gravitates. You know what I mean? So once they see you doing it, they'll want to end up doing it too.
So what's your feeling when you first like do something and then the crowd all follow the same exact movement?
Fake drops are definitely the best ones.
Yeah.
Fake drops, right?
Fake drops are the best.
Because you know it's a fake drop, but the crowd doesn't. So then it's coming up. Everyone goes and like, oh no, and then it drops. And get a crowd reaction. I feel like fake drops are a really good one.
And it's good to prep people for like a drop. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they won't know when it's coming, but if you bring up that energy, then they come up with you, and then you just drop it, and then it's amazing for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have anything coming up for ZeroG?
ZeroG. We do have
That's a plan.
Yeah.
That's a plan. We're definitely. There's a clip of we could send you a video of a clip of that we're trying to like recreate in Toronto, trying to show off our hard bounce scene. It was basically like, I'm pretty sure these people just got a group of friends. They rented out a venue, and it was kind of like a private party, and they just recorded the set, a hard group set, right? So we kind of just want to do that, but with hard bounce. We're gonna look for like a venue, just invite like 50 of our friends, and just pull up and have a good time, and then just literally just spin hard bounce, spin our music, kind of show off our sound that way. Kind of circling back to marketing and like all that is part of your portfolio. Just put that on the portfolio and then use that to market future events. But definitely for ZeroG, we definitely have that plan, and we also have like pop-up events in the outside. You know, maybe one at Cherry Beach. You know, we got stuff planned.
Yeah, and once we market it in that kind of scene where it's more intimate, then we can start branching out into like bigger crowds and stuff like that, and getting more people into the scene. You know, so we definitely have stuff planned. It's just a matter of executing it.
Executing it. It's just about executing. The idea is just about executing.
Yeah.
Ideas are cheap.
Exactly. I love that. I love that.
me.
Ideas
That's a
are
good
cheap.
quote.
Anyone could talk, but no one could actually walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Walk the walk, you know? But yeah.
do explain a little bit about ZeroG.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you guys started? Like, what do you think? Like, is it because like the scene was lacking something like that, and then decided to just pull the trigger into it?
Honestly, yeah, it was funny. I literally just searched up ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT is a plug when it comes to like just making goals and having ideas laid out in front of you. You know what I mean? So it's not like I use ChatGPT to create the whole collective. It's just a matter of, listen, okay, so I need like a little bit of groundwork, just something to base my work off of. And when it comes to, I kind of try to put like a prompt where it's just like, when it comes to the music, as much as there's a bouncy feeling, I want it to feel like you're in space. Like I've always loved space, and I've always loved like
space theme,
just the world of the unknown. You know what I mean? So I've always tried to have like a space theme behind it. And then when you kind of think of zero gravity, like sometimes you're thinking of you're floating, or sometimes you're always bouncing. You know what I mean? Like when you're on the moon, you're you're walking and you're kind of bouncing.
Interstellar music.
Yes, literally, Interstellar, golden movie. Yo, if you haven't watched that movie, you need to watch that movie, bro. But yeah, that's kind of the vision that we had behind Zero Gravity. So we kind of just pulled the trigger and went with it. So it's still and it's like slow, like very low tier. It's early stages for sure. But we definitely want to grow it into a thing where we kind of build a community, a hard bounce community in Toronto.
Sure,
yeah, absolutely.
Some events. Like I said, ideas are cheap. We have the ideas, but it's just about executing ideas, right?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
One quick question. Can you tell me the difference between a hard groove and a hard bounce?
Interesting. I think it's really about rhythm. You know what I mean? And the thing with hard groove, a lot of bongos, a lot of shakers, a lot of stuff that creates much more movement. But with hard bounce, it's literally everything's tight. You know what I mean? Like you have your bass, you have your kick, and that's really it.
But what I've sort of kind of, I don't know if I mix it up, but like, you know, like the Pegasus hard groove, and then like the hypnotic hard groove. Like it's kind of, it's a different sound. I wouldn't say completely. It's different sound, but like people kind of say they're both this, like the
similar,
the
same.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to the genre police. It's
for sure.
But
genre is a big topic.
Because at the end of the day, music's subjective, right? It's how you perceive it. But in my personal opinion, it's a great question, by the way. The difference between hard groove and hard bounce. I feel like with hard groove, it's way more like a lot of drums. Like you're following a lot of the drums, and then obviously the kick and the drums, right? But I feel like hard bounce, it's way more playful. There's the kick,
very
the bass,
playful.
and it's tight in sense of like you'll bring in a sound and you'll take it out right away. And it's like you'll have the kick and bass, and you have all these other elements just bouncing off the kick and bass. You know what I mean? It's a lot of ear candies. With hard groove, it's just a lot of percussion and drums and
very experimental.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then hard bounce is like a lot playful. Like I'm sure with hard bounce, there's way more remixes and way more edits than hard groove. Hard groove, there's not really a lot of like popular songs. You know what I mean?
So it's the Charlie's Art of the
of
hard groove, huh?
I guess so. You can put it that way. Yeah.
Because when the hard groove was just introduced, right? Everyone kind of played that sound. I just classify it as hard groove.
Hard groove, yeah.
Until like we had like huge discussion between our own internal teams. Like no, this is bounce.
This is bounce. this is hard groove.
This is hard bounce.
This is hard bounce. Yeah, I love that. I love that though. You know, because it really shows that you're really like passionate and you want to do more research of like what it really is, right? And like that's how you could kind of grow and like build more foundation of like what the sound is. And it's like, okay, this is what makes a hard groove, and you could take elements from hard groove, put them hard bounce, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what evolves like your sound and your personality of like in terms of the music. You take the things you like from other genres and you implement it into like what your main like sound or tune is, right? So like maybe for a hard bounce, I'll take like a synth from like shout out Rats, I'd be using his pack from Ableton. I'd be using his Ableton. I'd be taking packs from the Gabber and then incorporating those Gabber synths into like a hard bounce song, and it works,
Yeah.
So and like you get that eureka moment, it's like, oh my gosh, this sounds good. We I actually have a track coming out. I'll send you guys on release called I'm still debating on the names. Are they gonna be called like Type of Beat or Everybody Dance? It's gonna be another. It's gonna be my first solo hard bounce track. My first one was collab with MVCHE. Shout out MVCHE. He definitely helped me with learning how to use Ableton and the DAW and like explaining how to make hard bounce. You know what I mean? With the drums and everything, like the layers, the skeleton of the song. So yeah, stay tuned. Got the new track coming out.
It's gonna be a banger.
How long are you taking to produce your tracks?
It's a great question. It really depends on the idea and what you want to come out of it. But for example, like I made like a dirty bit intro for like a show, my show last night. I probably finished that Like I did it overnight. Like I feel like creativity just hits when it's just like super late night, especially because I just always stayed up late. So it really depends on the elements and what you're trying to implement in the sound and in the song. But I think for me, it took like maybe like a couple 3-4 hours, not even.
I feel like in terms of producing music, there's actually, my opinion, there's no timeline.
There's
like
no
some
timeline,
songs
yeah.
you can make in like 20 minutes. Some songs will take you a week. You know what I mean? It just comes down to your creativity and like your focus in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you know what? I will do 20 minutes now and like, oh, I got to do this, and then I'll work on it later. But sometimes
Yeah.
you kind of get in that like flow state mode where it's like, yo, I can finish this right now. The ideas are flowing. Let me just finish it right now. And boom, you finish like a full song, 3 hours. But that same song, that same idea, maybe you have some stuff going on in your life. And it's like, you can only work 30 minutes at this song. And then when you're done work or whatever, go back to song another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
Yeah.
But especially with
definitely
producing, it like
changes,
yeah, especially with producing, you got to keep it simple. Like even though DJing, you can really experiment with that, but producing, you have to keep it simple.
Specifically hard balance, just definitely keep it simple.
Yeah, because if you keep it simple, then it's just like you can get it out faster and you can get it done. If you try to add too many elements or try to work on too many things, it could just get oversaturated, and then it becomes like you just get writer's block, and that could really fuck with you. Yeah,
I feel like one thing that help writer's block is definitely like producing with a friend. Like I'm blessed. To have, like sometimes when we get in the studio session, like writer's block doesn't exist. Like you'll get stumped. I'm like, yo, what do you think of this? Like, yo, use this. I'm like, okay, bet, boom, and then you kind of build off that. Because I feel like when you're like producing alone, it's like it's easy to get distracted, very easy to get distracted, and like sometimes it's like some things aren't working and you're trying to force it to work. So it's like, oh, I'm getting uncomfortable right now. Let me just like do something else. And then when you do something else, you kind of just lose your train of thought. You know, you kind of spiral outside of it. It's kind of hard to like, pick back that motivation to pick up the beat, right? But then when you're like producing with someone there, you're kind of holding each other accountable. It's like, yo, like we're here together to produce. If you need ideas, I got you. If you need help with something, I'll do something to the best of my ability to get it done, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely about just getting reps in and like the creativity flowing. You know?
Absolutely.
Do you?
Sorry,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you guys think? What's your thoughts on there being so many DJs in this?
I think it's great. I feel like more DJs means more crowds, more people, because everyone like has friends. You know what I mean? And if I heard my friends like starting a DJ, I would want to go to support them. You know what I mean? And like that brings more people to the scene. So more DJs is actually better for the scene overall. Like the more people in the community is better. Like at the end of the day, raving is still a niche thing. You know what I mean? I know it's huge and we have festivals but it's like the regular person. It's still a niche thing. You know what I mean? And then when you go break it down even further to like hard bounce or like gabber or like these other genres, it's even more niche. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's even
so bringing
smaller.
more DJs, bringing more people into the community is just greater overall.
Yeah.
Because we want to bring it to the point where Toronto is like a known spot for raving. Like people would like legit. We want to get it to like the point people fly out to Toronto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like think about it, we were
literally.
flying out to like America, we're flying out to Europe
Yeah.
to experience this. Why don't people fly out to Toronto? We have to keep building the scene.
Yeah.
Keep working together, get all the collectives working together. You know.
That's like one of the biggest goals, dude.
Mhm.
is, like,
Absolutely.
bring more
Sure.
people from outside of
Yes.
Toronto into Toronto. Like
Yeah,
that's how
exactly.
we can grow
like
it.
imagine like Toronto rave scene is so big to the point where we're booking the Rogers Stadium or we're booking ACC for events. You know what I mean? Like we're booking huge venues because we're getting huge artists that want to come here. People are flying out to Toronto.
But that's the problem because going back to we did an episode with puzzles. A problem is we don't have a venue that can facilitate that.
That's true.
We don't have a venue that fits the gap of between 1,500 to 3,000.
See, I
Yeah.
agree. So, but here's the thing: it's because of the demand. What if the demand is so high and so strong? Like the city's forced to like, you know, it's like someone just sees an opportunity. Like, yo, like our demand is so high. There's so much people that want to rave, and like, this is the play. We should maybe create a venue or something will happen. You know what I mean? I feel like it's first about building the demand first.
Yes.
Then
Yeah,
that'll just open
that's
up.
true.
That door will just open up. Like right now, if you like, okay, we need a venue to fit 10,000 people. Obviously, where can we look? But it's like, do you even have 10,000 people in the first place?
Exactly.
So I feel like once you get that, like the people first.
Did you see the Black Coffee announcement?
I did
Right.
see that. Yeah.
I don't know where it's at, but I don't know how that's gonna happen.
I think they're gonna probably do it at the RBC Amphitheater. To be honest, like I find that a lot of those big DJs, like that's the best place they can get like that many people. You know what I mean?
How big is it?
It's a great.
RBC, I think it's 1,600.
Yeah, it's not like an insane amount. I'm pretty sure they can fit max like maybe like 3K max. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Because you have everybody in the seats, you have the floor, and then you have sometimes you open up the lawn and there's so many people standing back there, but it's still like max like 3,000 people. You know, so that's back to what Jed was saying. If you have like more of a demand, you can get stuff done.
Yeah.
But speaking of demand, like right now, if you do open up EDM Train and you open New York and Toronto side by side,
Yeah,
the list is very similar.
It is.
Yeah, the amount of events per day, like it's very similar.
Yeah.
So, but like I mean, in New York, you get a lot more bigger artists than here for sure. But like, we are no short of people playing on the weekends. Like, I mean, give or take, like 3 weeks ago or something like that. Like, stacked the month of March, month of March, month of November, just stacked with events, right?
Like weekends, like every weekend there was just a multiple events and just so many people, different DJs and multiple things happening for sure. I wanted to go back to that question where you're asking about like too many DJs. Honestly, I don't think it's a matter of having too many DJs. It's good to have like more DJs having their own thing. I think what matters the most is like what you play. You know what I mean? Because you can have like, because there's a lot of DJs that play like a similar genre and like similar house and stuff like that. Nothing's wrong with that. But if you're going to play that genre, it's like you got to be a selector. Like you got to find songs that are not the average kind of song you're going to always hear on Spotify or have another DJ play. You know what I mean? I think you got to find, not to be niche, but sometimes you got to find a very niche song where it's just like, wow, this is something different. You know what I mean? This is something that maybe they can get into because that DJ plays it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's what matters the most when it comes to having
to add on to that, I think it's not a question of too many DJs. I think it's a better question of like the same genre. Are people DJs playing the same genre?
You know what I mean? They're playing the same music.
They're playing the same music. And that's like why like these DJs play the same type of sounds. You want like more variety.
Yes.
In Toronto, it's tech house.
There's so much tech house, bro. There's so much. And nothing wrong with that. I actually love tech house. And that's what I started raving with. You know what I mean? But I think to build yourself and get you that different plateau as a DJ is you definitely have to find like specific songs. Because that's what separates you from the regular DJs or the everyday DJs.
Or create your own.
You create your own.
Yeah.
Yes. Just need a different sound. Yes. Yeah. And I feel like hard balance is only something.
Yeah.
Something, a new wave that you can jump on.
Oh, absolutely. It's like, I think hard bounce, hard groove, like it's like an element under trance. I feel like it falls under the genre of trance. Listen, I'm not genre police. There's so many different people that
definitely
can say different things.
It mixes very well.
You know
like
what I mean?
The flow was really nice at the Matrack show. It was Matrack, and then we had MVCHE closing, and it really flowed really nice.
Yeah.
And then you could really mix in hard trance and hard bounce together really well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really good.
For sure.
You guys, I think I'm out of questions.
Oh, really?
Honestly, yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys?
So let's just feel, because right now when you say a lot of like,
take your time.
So when you say bounce is very similar to trance, it does piss some people off.
Yeah,
for sure, right? Because
of course,
I know a couple of like hot real trance head that only listens to that specific 138. What do you think you can say to them that can convince them to come to a bounce event?
I don't think you need to convince them. People will believe what they want to believe.
Yeah, that's true.
Too. I feel like if I need to convince you to come to rave, then I feel like
it's forced.
Kind of forced. You just want to like kind of free flow it. And, like,
but you were convinced to go to a rave.
I was definitely convinced, but at the end of the day, it was my decision to take that leap of faith because I had so much going on. It's like, you know what? But at the end of the day, I made that decision to like go. I feel like it just comes down to having an open mind. You know what I mean? Like you can't talk to someone who's not gonna
change
a decision. You're talking to a wall at that point. And at this point, like here's my opinion.
It's not your job to.
It's not my job to. I will just tell you my opinion, whether you agree with it or not. It's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like to someone that like oh, trance and bounce is not the same. But listen, I'm not saying they're the same. I'm just saying they go well hand in hand together.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to hear a trance song, but then sometimes with every genre, everything gets too repetitive, right? So you want to switch it up. So maybe like some trance and then a little bounce, sprinkle some bounce, and then trance.
Yeah.
Or for I guess for MVCHE style, for like my style, play a lot of hard bounce and throw in a trance. Just switch it up. I feel like my favorite sets are the ones that have a lot of variety. You don't know what to expect for the next song. It's like, wait a minute, this is not hard bounce. This is hard trance. Wait, this is hard bounce. This is, I'm like going with the flow, and like that's what keeps like the crowd very engaged and like not wanting to leave the dance floor because they don't know what to expect. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just been hard trance for like the last 10 songs. I'm gonna go take a smoke break.
Yeah.
But then like let's say it's like, yo, I don't know what the next song's gonna be. I'm like, I'm ready to hear some hard bounce. Is it gonna be a remix? Is it gonna be hard trance? Like you're waiting for that drop, and it keeps you engaged. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it could be a sort of a crutch as well. It's like, for example, the face-to-face show. I was kind of going into expecting more bounce, but I didn't really get a lot of it. It was more hypnotic. But then it was like more bounce at the front, and then the more bounce at the end.
Yeah.
So
The recent F2F at Cormac, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, with that, like I still enjoyed the show. You know what I mean? I feel like what 240 is trying to do, they're trying to implement more hard groove. But at the end of the day, I think that event, they definitely tried to clip farm. And nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You definitely want to get those moments of everybody just like, oh yes, the bounce is coming. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody screaming, shouting, enjoying it and stuff like that. But I really feel like what you're known for, you should play. You know what I mean?
Because people are gonna expect a certain sound.
Yeah.
If you play something else, I guess you're experimenting and you're fully validated to play whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if like people pay to go to a hard bounce show, they kind of want to hear hard bounce.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with associating it up, right? But I feel like it definitely did add towards like more hype because like everyone's expecting hard bounce, but then the whole time it's like hard groove, hypnotic, and then when the bounce comes, it's even more hype. You know what I mean? So I guess to add on to that, yeah. But yeah, what you were saying?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
No problem.
You're talking about the F2F and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I lost it.
No, don't worry.
I lose my train of thought. So, you know, sometimes when I lose my train of thought, I'd be like, let's say you're on your phone, you have to do something. It's like, oh, what was I supposed to do my phone? Then you're like,
okay,
reverse back.
Yeah.
You go to certain apps. So you're like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember. It's like, but it's like as a DJ, like sometimes when you play too much of the same thing, like because they're playing like every weekend, multiple cities. You know, they want to do
1,000,000%.
Other
For sure.
stuff too. It's just like how Tiesto left trance, right? It's like, you know, I'm not really feeling. The love is not there anymore.
So I get that for sure. I feel like a lot of people, they definitely want to switch it up. But sometimes I'm finding like when there's a DJ, I'll see clips of them playing somewhere else and they'll be like going insane. It's just like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see this. And then there's times they'll come to Toronto and they play like more softcore stuff or like something chill. You know what I mean? And this, I don't know.
I think they should like separate it and make like different aliases.
Yeah.
Like, that's super how like Oliver Heldens did it. He does like
high-low.
Yeah, high-low.
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice that a lot too. Even when I went to London Backyard and Mala introduced his alter ego, and with him, he plays more like, so he kind of implements bass house into dubstep. And not dubstep, DNB. Yeah. And when he implemented the DNB, I was like, wow, this is a crazy switch up. You know what I mean? Sometimes that alter ego or that different alias adds like a different flavor to it. And even though everybody knows it's the same guy, but it's just like, it still adds a different character.
Like I know what to expect.
Yeah. But he did it in a sense of like, I think he had like an hour and a half show and he split it up where it was like Mahler the first half and then the second half he did his other alias. And I think that's so sick. You know what I mean? It just like, obviously they know it's the same person, but it adds a different texture.
New flavor, you know? New flavor, you know? You don't want to be eating pepperoni pieces your whole life.
Yeah, man. You want to switch it up, bro.
To a cheese.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, you know?
Sometimes you want that beef from Fresh Slice, man, you know?
I want that veggie. I want some veggie.
Yeah.
What is your opinion when like hard techno DJs say that, oh, we're gonna go hard and we're gonna go hard, and at the end of the day, it kind of sounds like a metronome.
Oh, like it sounds like the same song. It's the same. I mean, like you can spin whatever you want, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like you're not doing the crowd justice. You know what I mean? I feel like you're at that point, you're just playing music you want to hear, which is fine. You're the DJ, right? But like I said, it's a balance of playing what you want to hear and what the crowd wants to hear. Like at the end of the day, you just want to get the people moving. You want to get the people hyped. I feel like when you DJ, you want to make sure like the crowd is gonna have something to remember.
Exactly.
Like, yo, like I remember this moment. There's that one moment, you know.
And it's not just the DJ just playing that, you know what I mean? Because that leaves a memory, and then it's like, yo, this was sick. It makes the DJ want to know more about you, so it makes them follow you and see what you're up to in the day to day and stuff like that. So
yeah, because as much as the spotlight is on the DJ and the whole crowd is looking at the DJ, at the end of the day, what is the reason we're here at this rave?
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah.
It always comes down to the music, right? And if you're spinning music that people are like not really vibing to, you know what I mean? Maybe they are because they're expecting that genre, but it's like, yo, they kind of want a different sound or something, like a different change of pace, a different atmosphere, a different vibe. Then it's like, yo, you're not doing the justice by playing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, going back to what you say is like, at the end of the day, that music main job is to make you move.
yes,
exactly.
Yeah. Yes. It doesn't matter like what is happening as long as people are dancing, for sure. Especially the girls. You got to make the girls dance. Because when you listen, and I know it's a specific topic, but listen, if you make the girls dance, the guys are gonna want to dance. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I can't lie, that is low key.
Do you ever see those memes where it's like that's like on the disco floor? It's like telling my husband to like approach me like it's a right? It's like yo, you see gal dancing. It's like yo, you know?
And they'll do such crazy ways to approach women. You know what I mean? But like. It's still a kind of a meme based off of the fact that it's just like, listen, the girls are dancing, like, you know what I mean? It's a fun environment. The guys want to dance too. For sure.
So any DJs learning out there, make the girls dance.
Make the
first.
girls dance.
The girls dance.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
the guys, don't be a creep.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
never.
I feel like hard
never.
bounce is a really good genre for like, it's very playful, and I feel like it's not too aggressive, and it's not like, you know, too like where like you could really catch a groove, and I feel like a lot of people would definitely love that like sound. You know?
Mm.
It's definitely kind of a social aspect to it, you know, because a lot of music, like even though it's hard, like don't get me wrong, hard techno is amazing, you know what I mean? But especially at those events, it's kind of hard to socialize. And I know we're not there to socialize, we're there for the music, but sometimes it's a whole crowd, you know what I mean? It's a party. So like at the end of the day, you want to socialize and kind of talk to people, pick their brains. So like with hard techno, sometimes it's hard to do that, you know what I mean? And nothing wrong with it, but it's just a matter of
it's human to want to socialize with people, you know what I mean? So like even at the rave, I feel like, because there are some people that like you meet at raves, it's like, yo, like beside the rave, I don't think I'm gonna talk to you like outside. Like, and on a disrespectful manner, it's just, yo, I know you're busy, I'm busy, but like in this moment right here, like we could have a conversation. Like, we both have time right now, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to like make time to see you, but right now it's like, yo, but sometimes the music's too loud, or like nothing wrong with that. We're here to dance, but sometimes I just want to talk to you, and like I feel like hard bounce, it has that aspect that like you could dance, and then there'd be times in like the songs, it's very repetitive, right? Where it's like, yo, you can kind of just talk to someone, and then like starts building up to now we can revisit the conversation
for sure.
You know what I mean?
But a big cheat code is like during breakdowns or switch ups between DJs. That's where you get to talk to people for sure. So that's a cheat code if you guys want to talk to girls for sure. For sure.
Breakdown
Absolutely.
All right. I think that should be it. Do you have any like closing remarks, shout outs? You can drop your IG handle too.
Yeah. Shout out ZeroG. Shout out Makai. Shout out BNB. Follow me at bats.mp3, b4ts.mp3. Shout out Rats Music, R4TS.music.
Yeah. Shout out me, man. Shout out ZeroG. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Rats. Shout out Bats. My handle is MVCHE.mp3, matchy.mp3. ZeroG, it's at zero.g to so you could just look that up, see any events that we have coming up for hard bounce, and you can see that coming up soon, yo.
Yeah. Last shout out, I guess. Shout out Toronto Gabbers. Shout out Hard Dance Toronto. Shout out System Toronto. Shout out Takeover.
Yeah, bro. Got to make the Toronto scene big, man. And honestly, those collectives coming together is what makes it happen for sure.
We're all making it happen.
Absolutely. And shout out Back in Body.
Back in Body Hurts.
Listen,
we're really blessed to have something like this, guys.
Representing the scene and giving them a voice of speech. Big platform for sure. Absolutely. Shout out to you guys, man.
All right. Thanks for all that.
Hell yeah.
A couple of remote remarks from us. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. If you enjoyed it and want us to support us, please share it with a fellow raver and subscribe to our YouTube. Big one, subscribe to our YouTube. We're trying to get to that 1,000 sub mark.
Yes, sir.
A couple of other affiliates we have. Jelly IV. It's a pre-game chaser supplement. It helps you with hangovers. You can use our code BNB or BNB Hertz. I'm not sure. It will be in the description.
It's BNB Hertz, yes.
And then use our, if you're traveling for any festivals or anything like that, use Airolo. Use our code BNB Hertz 15 for 15% off. Everything over $10.
It's an eSIM for you to get internet to upload your videos.
Yeah.
Oh, swag.
Love that.
That's a huge one. We also have affiliate with Hears. You can find our discount code in the description. Get earplugs, super important.
Definitely need that.
Protect your ears, man.
Yeah, hearing damage is permanent. So once it's gone, it's gone. And if you want to do this for a long period of time, please protect your ears.
Hell yeah, I'm hitting you guys up for that Hears plugs.
We actually we're actually selling them for a couple of events. We have we'll probably do a booth at a couple of events and we'll sell them. So if you
and if you want to find out where we are, we have a website for you to check out. It's bnbhertzpodcast.com. There you can see like where we are attending local events or even international, and you can find us there.
Oh yeah.
All right.
One last one. Check out Portfolio Sessions on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Shout out Portfolio Sessions, man.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Bye.
Peace out, yo.